Hey, it's the sound of the O. So y'all should already know. Whoa. It's Cam. Hey, it's the sound of the O. So y'all should already know. Look. Keeping feet moving, their heads ducking. These motherfuckers hearing thunder when we come through busting. It's consequences and repercussions, ain't no discussion. They pushed that nigga wig back cause he kept on fronting like it was nothing. So deep in my own mind, a depth that you won't find. Can empty out my soul and the clip at the same time. These rappers, they stay lying. I kill them, they stay dying. These bullets, they stay flying. Projectiles change minds. And I'ma tell y'all niggas how it go down. Hit you with something from far away and have you kissing the ground. A point blank range, it ain't no pump. It leave your body slump. The buckshot spray, leave you holy if I cock my pump. Heat arise, speak demise out the double barrel. Now your name is a memory painted in the mural. He's alright, but he's not real. Niggas shoot for practice in between classes, but it's not intramurals. Real deal, no holy feel, he holy still. Stood over him with the Mac and overkill. Young daughter, smoke ganja, no roster. Noodles and sauce on your shirt, no pasta. Resolve issues with no problems. Salsa walking in this bitch clip long like a chimichanga. Me no speaky with the semi-holler. I let the Ruger do your shooter. Let my sister Nina Millie rock him. Killer Cam, bitch, he been a problem. If you don't know me, this is just a fair warning. I'm a gun, my heart is the clip. My tongue is the bullets with a sensitive trigger. My brain, I'm ready to pull it and spit hollow tips that rip through your flesh and tear through your skin and make a bigger hole when it come out than when it went in. I'll dump about 6 in your mug and 3 in your chest. Open you up like surgery, nigga, believe you a mess. An hour later, sitting at home, I'm real right, cause I rearranged the whole left side of your dome. Sprinkled demise out and not in this chrome. Now your brain is splattered on the concrete. Niggas' minds is blown. And I ain't talking about you getting some head or blowing doja. End of the road for niggas, so therefore game over. Left you missing. Jane Doe slept off in the expedition. He didn't Molotov the body, left it swimming with the fishes. So they do the autopsy and they check the dental records. They don't know who it is, but I'm in the crib playing checkers with my kids in the middle of the living room. They never found the one who sent you to the upper room, thinking you a goon, nigga.
Salute, man. What's going on, y'all? Oh, before we get into it's fight week, before we get into the boxing and shit, right? I know y'all probably seen the I ain't gotta pull it up. Y'all seen the pettiness of Floyd coming from Roy Jones' interview with Andre Ward that's been going a little viral. Mhm.
Really expensive food. Okay, let's go into some movie.
The difference between Roy Jones, matter of fact, while I'm here, right? And the thumbnails will tell a story a little bit better. But the difference between Roy Jones and Floyd Mayweather is what you see today. Roy never loses to Antonio Tarver. I don't know if Floyd ever becomes Money Mayweather like that. Because for those who don't know, yes, Roy was that guy. Technically sound, no, everything he did, you wouldn't teach your fighter to do. Matter of fact, you would tell your fighter not to do what Roy was in there doing. But he was so good, he could get away with it. That's just how good he was. I don't think he ever got to fight Oscar, but he beat Tony. He beat Hopkins. If I'm not mistaken. He also got Trinidad. So he got some top names in there on his resume. But what he did is what Blue be talking about, like what Bud said he would do. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck what Bud said he can do. You know what I'm saying? Machine or not, but at a certain age, your body don't allow you to do that. And what Roy did was, people be talking about it so much, is that he let Tarver trick him out of his spot. That's exactly what he did. He let Antonio Tarver trick him out of his spot. And Floyd Mayweather Jr. said that'll never happen to me. I'll never let a fighter trick me out of my spot. And what Tarver was able to do was he was able to get Roy to agree to that fight next. That's what he did. He was able to get him to agree next. As soon as he did that, he put himself at a disadvantage. Biggest disadvantage he ever been in. Biggest disadvantage he ever been in his career. This shit done started. It's a whole nother way now. What's going on? This shit is a switch up now. They don't even tell you. String y'all done switched up, ain't told me nothing. Okay. What's up, CJ?
What's poppin', Pop? What's cooking, baby?
Same old.
Yo, I had to pull up for this one, man. Heard you saying that Tarver tricked Roy out of his spot. You know what I
Yeah,
mean by talking that shit. Okay.
yeah. He tricked him out of his spot. He tricked him out of his spot. There's no way you go from heavyweight back down to light heavyweight. You skip the whole division and cruiserweight. So I mean, you had to go down to super middleweight just to make the weight.
No, I'm saying like I completely agree with you, and I hear people suggesting that folks do that nowadays, go back down and weight after you get to that age. They were saying that. I don't know if it was on this channel or another one. I was having another conversation I was having this week, but they were like, "Oh yeah, if Crawford beat Canelo, or either way it go, he might go down to 154." I said, no, not in your late
Yeah, that was
30s.
Blue.
We already
That's Blue. That's Blue. Keep saying that shit.
okay. It was on this channel. Yeah. We already know it. History gonna repeat itself. So yeah. But let me say, Roy and Mayweather going back and forth is amusing. But as Mayweather would say, Roy was hell of a champion. Tremendous athleticism. No one can match him in his era. But there's only one TBE. And let me on a real shit, on a real note, let me say that I think that Roy's prime is better than Floyd's prime. You know what I mean? Like a higher ceiling, but
Mm-hmm.
obviously Floyd had that longevity. So I don't understand why not Roy, why Floyd felt the need to go out of his way to show that when nobody ever beat Floyd, so I'm gonna show this guy getting beat. He talking down on me, so I'm gonna show him. And
You see
nobody could ever solve my puzzle.
the one that he showed. He didn't show the Glenn Johnson one. He didn't show anybody else. He showed that one specifically. He didn't show him getting knocked out 2 or 3 times. No, that's not what he showed. He showed the Tarver fight. The Tarver fight.
The most infamous one, though, right?
When he got tricked out of his spot. Roy, you got to think about
Yeah.
it. Who at that, like, Roy's on top of the world. He just won the heavyweight, right? Even though he ended up coming back that it came back a no decision, I think I'm not mistaken. Could have been. But Roy's on top of the world. He had just beat John Ruiz.
Right.
They was talking about if he fight anybody at heavyweight, it would be Tyson. That's a damn $60-70 million payday right there.
I remember the hype for that fight, man.
Oh my God, Roy Jones and Mike Tyson. Like maybe you
Right.
could have even tried to slip an Evander in there, but and you know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
he loses to Tarver because he let Tarver trick him out of his spot. And after Floyd got the spot, he was never gonna be tricked out of that spot.
So you make a great point, and I'm just reflecting on it right now as you're saying that it both comes down to ego on both their parts, right?
Yeah.
Roy's ego let Tarver trick him out, and then Floyd's ego right now is the reason he feel he got to respond to Roy.
But his
And
ego
you know,
let you. I'm smarter than you. See, Floyd's a boxer. Roy's a
work.
fighter. Roy's a fighter. He
I
said
like that.
he'll fight for a podium. If it means I'm gonna beat you, if you want this podium is mine, we'll fight for it. If this your television screen and I want it, I'm gonna fight you for it.
Work. No, real
So,
shit.
but Floyd is a prize fighter. He won't be tricked out of the spot. He wants it his way, and if you don't like it, he'll move on.
Okay. No, I feel what you're saying. I'm just thinking like the evolution of fighters from the 70s, 80s to 90s. When if you go back far enough, niggas was fighting any and everybody, and it didn't have to be a big payday. And then and then
Roy, the
dudes
last
got more selective. Let me say this though, dudes got more selective based on what Floyd was doing, and we seeing the impact of that today. So yeah, he was smarter. You feel
definitely.
me?
Mhm.
But do you feel it was good for the sport overall? Now the dudes is like taking that to the next level. That's why we see Canelo ducking the Benavidez and not all the fights we want to see at 135. So I'm gonna say, you could land with your opinion, but I'm gonna say it was bad for the sport overall. Good for him individually,
Yeah,
bad for the sport.
great for him. He turned out well.
Word, but not
But
not for boxing,
you got to get to a certain level before you can do that.
of
Really.
course. These dudes be trying to jump the gun. Like somebody said, they want to be money made without being pretty boy first. So I
That's
feel that.
me. That's me. That's me.
Okay,
His
all
last
right.
10 fights,
Salute.
Floyd last 10 fights, you could say they were selective, maybe. He didn't fight who you think he should have fought. But them first 30, 40 fights, man, he fought any and everybody, and guys ducked him.
Yeah, you can't take that away. I just wish he would have moved more in like a pure boxing spirit. I mean, old school spirit than he did at the end. But hey, I can't argue with results. He got way more bread than I'm gonna ever have. So shit.
He
Shout out
gave
to
him
him.
that, man, um, fuck, after being ducked by Casa Mayorga and
Hmm.
Robert Garcia, because he wanted that, Floyd wanted undisputed, but they both ducked him, and the only person he got to fight in that class was Diego Corrales.
Hell of a performance, man. Maybe his signature performance if you look at
And then you can see why them boys was like, nah, go on.
it.
You carry
Word,
your ass
word.
to 135. We ain't, hell no. You seen what you did to Diego? He the
Uh,
boogeyman of the goddamn division. You see what you did to him?
right.
Nah, hell no. Go fuck yourself. So he got dropped. Once he started understanding the business of boxing, and I'm gonna be real with you, just because you beat the man, don't mean you become the man. Because Tarver beat the man, he got the movie deal. He it raised his stardom, and he made bring his name out here. But Floyd ended up being the man.
Man, that was crazy because Roy obviously was slated for that role, but then when he lost, and they gave it to Tarver.
They gave
Just like I hate to make this comparison, but shit, Tyson in late '89 was scheduled to be some kind of referee for WWF. I think it was Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, something like that. Anyway, they gave it to Buster Douglas. So no, it didn't make it to your point because I was going to disagree with you initially, but yeah, that one off don't make you the man like the other dude was. So I feel you.
don't make you the man. Look how much they tried to make Buster Douglas the damn man. Gave him a video game.
That
Put him
shit was trash.
on.
I remember that one. That shit was trash.
It had the niggas that looked like Evander and Mike and them, but they didn't have their names and shit.
Right.
They tried.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
Holyfield's game. On a side note,
Yeah,
Holyfield's game
that
for
was dope.
Genesis
That
was
was
dope though.
They had the cuts and the movement and shit. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
that
like.
shit was hard.
That's
That was like
boxing.
the real
Yeah.
going from Mike Tyson's punch out to that, like a real simulation. I was like, oh, this is the shit. I played that shit for days.
Yeah, till it didn't work no more.
Yeah, exactly.
But beating the man don't make you the man. You beat You beat Roy. You got the movie.
Right.
You they headlined you and everything. We didn't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Floyd. Floyd started talking. He was winning great, and he just took it. But then he beat Oscar.
That's when he really got sealed his shit. Yeah. That's when he became the man
You know
for
what I'm
real.
saying? Because then you got like Bernard Hopkins at one point. He was up there too. Everybody was like fighting for that spot. But Roy had it, and it was Oscar. And then choose whoever the fuck you want, other than the heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
outside the heavyweights, Roy had it. And even for the heavyweights, Roy had it. It
Yeah,
was
at
Roy.
that point, yeah,
Yeah, it
facts.
was Roy Jones Jr. And I don't think he should have fought again. If he did, I'd have waited a whole year, maybe a year and a half to get back down and get comfortable. Because he went into that fight so weak. You see, he hit Tarver with it. I was just looking at the shit. He hit Tarver with 2 clean punches. There was nothing on him.
Yeah.
He had nothing on him because you went from 200 pounds to 168.
Exactly. Crazy drop, especially in your late 30s, man. Like I said, but yeah, you exactly right.
Not gonna work, bro. Now, the comparison about Floyd and Sugar Ray, right?
Mm-hmm.
What weight class are we fighting at? What weight class are we fighting?
Well, it's got to be 147, I would assume, right? Let's meet in the middle, because Sugar went as far as middleweight, if I'm not mistaken, for the Hagler. He
What's
started at and then Floyd started at 135 and eventually went up to 154. But
yeah,
I'm thinking 147 is fair. What you got to say about it?
Floyd didn't make 54 that fight. He was 150,
No,
152
52.
pounds.
Yeah, okay.
And Sugar Ray went as far as 75 for one fight.
Oh shit, I didn't even realize.
If I'm not mistaken, either 75 or
Well,
60.
shit. But
So,
it's kind of in the middle then, right? It's kind of in the middle, 147.
and if I'm not mistaken, bro, I think he So hold on. So let's see.
Because you can't say 140. That's a little too light for the best winner, my opinion.
I mean, he was gonna fight Aaron Pryor at that weight.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron took too long.
No, Aaron was the most ducked.
Well, yeah, he took too long on taking the money. So I can't wait for you, bro. I got a bigger check at another weight class. I can't wait for you. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Ohio have this thing of there's such thing as business ducks.
Okay.
You feel what I'm
Speak
saying?
on it.
Like, it like if you want to call me a duck, all right, cool. You call me a duck, but I ducked you for a way bigger payday.
I understand that. And I wouldn't even consider that a duck, in my opinion. You feel me? That's business, the straight up business. But I understand that people could say, "Oh yeah, he ducked," but
He ducked,
no,
you know
for
what
the
I'm
bigger
saying?
bag, for the
Like,
bigger
yeah,
bag.
duck for a bigger
No.
bag, or if it was a better fight or something, or you took too fucking long.
Mm.
Point blank period. You took too fucking long, and you trying to negotiate this, you trying to negotiate that. I gave you more money, you wanted more money. Like, come on, bro. Who the fuck you think you is? I'm the draw. I'm the goddamn Pepsi commercial, nigga.
No, I feel you.
The commercial.
Yeah, especially when you're the A side. Word.
I'm the Olympian. I'm you know what I'm saying? Like the gorilla. I'm the one. I'm the one. You know what I'm saying?
Yo. Let's bring it back to modern day. Now that you lay that out, a business duck. Would you say? Let me ask you this first. Would Canelo Benavidez make more bread potentially, or the Canelo Crawford? Which one a bigger gate, more pay per view? Which one was the bigger fight on from the business side? Because I know what hardcores think, but from the business, I'm interested what you think.
From the business side. Oh man, depends on who you watching. See, because the channels that are doing real big numbers, like, and when I say I'm talking about, I ain't even talking about the guys that go live. I'm talking about the Joe Vincents, the Multimedia guys, where you watch the
Okay.
highlights and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're bigging up the other fighters so much that it may make Bud's career look way better than Dave Benavidez's career, which it is. But he's a more accomplished fighter.
Yep,
He is. He just is.
I'm
He's a
with
more
you. Yeah,
accomplished
yeah.
fighter. Again, David's been through some shit. He lost the belt twice. He's lost the belt twice
Yeah.
without being beat. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
they're gonna hold that, like they're gonna hold that against him.
Okay, but then you got to think about the racial aspect, and I think this is one of the main reasons that Canelo did duck Benavidez is because he didn't want to pass that Mexican torch. Even though David only half Mexican, that would have been the narrative, right? The next great Mexican fighter just dethroned the boy.
That's why he's not Julio Cesar Chavez.
Right, because he was
Julio
catching all phases. He never said he didn't want to fight a Mexican.
He fought Oscar twice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just to prove that was it, right? And like I keep saying, if I was Dave Benavidez, I would sign with Oscar De La Hoya just to piss niggas off. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Yeah, that would be comedy. He's fucking with PBC still right now, right?
Yeah, he's still fucking with PBC. But here's the thing. I've been speaking with what up, Ken?
What up? What up?
I've been speaking with the bro, and he don't think Al gonna be in the business 5 years from now. So
the way it's looking, he won't.
Yeah, he sees Al trying to set up his top fighters, placing them where they should be so they land comfortably. And then everybody else, y'all got to get in where you fit in now, pro box. To get called in to either get whooped on or spank a prospect from Top Rank to Zone, Frank Warren, or Golden Boy. Take your pick. But
now I heard y'all cooking on the Roy Floyd shit. Now, if we going prime for prime, skill for skill, Roy was the bigger puncher. Floyd had better defense, right?
That's a fact.
But I mean, we couldn't really pit them to, against each other in no kind of mega fight, no super fight, no dream fight. I just don't see that happening. But the Floyd Sugar, that's good. And I ain't gonna hold you. Given like skill for skill, just setting them side by side, right? Floyd was faster. Floyd had better defense, but Sugar had a better chin. Sugar took bigger shots. Sugar had, I feel like Sugar heart would keep him in the fight. But overall, I think the wind up on Sugar punches gets him countered. I think Floyd wins that fight.
Here's the thing.
And it's a dog fight.
Are we fighting at 47, 40, or 35?
Speak on it. I think I got Sugar. I got Ray Leonard, man. I gotta say, the hand speed. He wouldn't be doing all that wind up and as much showboating if he know that my opponent has impeccable defense. I gotta pick my shots real precisely. I gotta be, still with the output, but a little more economical. You know what I mean? I gotta make sure my shit lands. I can't just be throwing flurries up. That's how I think he would have approached it. Because he could adjust to any fighter.
Shit I saw in Sugar's punches was when he would get into a lot of exchanges. You saw the speed, but a lot of it bro. And that wind up, he done got bing bing. You know what I mean? Like from what I saw, Floyd hit him, and by the time you land, I might pull counter, bing bow. You feel what I'm saying? Like I can see that shit landing, especially once he catches your rhythm and he's able to time what you're doing, it becomes damn near impossible to hit that man. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. He got hit far less than Sugar. Man. But Sugar took some big punches, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Sugar,
from
in my opinion,
dudes.
Sugar got from bigger fighters. Sugar got the far better chin. Like, hands down, no argument there. But man, that speed kills, dog.
You got Floyd outpointing him. Just on some counter shit because the lag on Leonard's punches is too much. I feel what you're saying. That's a good debate. But I still think that speed, that activity, and just that relentlessness, and like you said, Floyd couldn't hurt him, so he would have to outpoint him. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a
But
great
if
debate.
Sugar clipping is possible because we just seen Floyd get rocked.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But dog, cause Sugar throw bombs. Sugar throw bombs. He throw
Hey,
bad
what?
intention punches, bro.
I
He trying to
know
take your
you
head
wouldn't
off.
think they think of him as a finesse fighter, but no, he definitely had power behind that. What and what was I gonna say? What weight do you see the fight at? Would you like to see it at?
I got it. Honestly, it gotta be 47. It gotta be 47.
That's yep. That's what I was saying.
I mean,
Right there
I
in the
could
middle. I
see it
know
at
that's a
54.
little heavy for Floyd. A little heavy for Floyd, but no. Since shit, Pop pointed out to me that Leonard when is up at 175, he went that high for one fight. So yeah, I think 147 is a nice little
75.
middle ground.
yeah, he
Crazy.
went up for one fight. Yeah, he went up for that for one fight. Word up. Boom, boom. What's good?
Yo,
Because that you feel what I'm saying? 40.
Oh, nigga,
what?
you in the car? I don't know where you at. That
Yeah, you
shit
cut
going.
out on me.
Hey, what y'all in
47
here talking
nation.
about?
Are we
We
talking mainly about Roy? Sorry to take it over, Pop, but let me
Roy
answer
Jones?
the young man's question. Roy versus Floyd. You feel me?
well,
That's the
Roy jo-
main thing, and then we
yeah,
got
yeah.
into Leonard versus Floyd
If
too.
you seen the video, when they was doing the interview and Roy gave his opinion on how Sugar Ray and Floyd Mayweather Jr. would go, and then you see today, or last night, that Floyd put up a post of Roy getting knocked out by Tarver.
he put multiple posts up. I thought
You
he was
know,
watching multiple fights.
you know what I'm saying? So I
He's
was
foul as
like,
hell.
Floyd learned from Roy, and he never let nobody trick him out his spot because Roy was the top dog, and he let Antonio Tarver trick him out his spot because of how much of a competitive fighter that he is. He got tricked out his spot for that. That's real talk. I don't
Yeah,
even
that's what Pop was saying, and then I responded by saying that it was good. That approach was good for him individually, but bad for boxing overall. Because now we see everyone trying to be, and again, take a page out of Pop's book just to reiterate, people trying to be Money Mayweather without being Pretty Boy first. You got to put in your dues and to get that clout to where you can be a little more selective later in your career. I emphasize later in your career, which again, Roy should have did that, and we would have talked about him as maybe the greatest of
Hey,
all
Roy
time if
went
he
undisputed.
retired after Ruiz, but he didn't do that. You
Hey,
got it.
Roy was undisputed.
Word.
yeah,
Well,
it
that
was.
don't mean too
Hey,
much.
Roy
It
was
depends who got the
undisputed.
belt. I don't put too much. I don't put too much sauce on
Roy was
undisputed.
undisputed.
He's
It
undisputed.
depends on who you beat to get it. But no,
Roy was
Roy wasn't
undisputed.
ducking nobody. They say he didn't fight nobody. He just made him look like nobody. No,
Roy
but I
was
say that to say
undisputed.
He's
you
undisputed,
can't
bro.
control you can't control who was
Roy was
around in your time.
undisputed.
Yeah, they
I
kept him.
told you I don't put too much clout on undisputed. We got Haney. You put him up
Roy
in the
was
clouds.
undisputed.
Do
He
you
tried.
put Haney
Floyd
up in the
was not
clouds?
undisputed.
I
Floyd
understand
was
that, but
not
please,
undisputed.
homie,
Floyd
I ain't
was
trying to
not
go.
undisputed.
I ain't trying to go AC
Floyd
or
was
nothing.
not
I just got a
undisputed.
question. I just got a question.
Floyd
Since
was
Haney was
not
undisputed,
undisputed.
since Haney was undisputed, do you put him in there in the clouds as an all-time great? That's the only
Undisputed,
question.
you're great, bro. Undisputed, bro.
Um,
You hold the division down, nigga. The division is yours, nigga.
uh,
Until Floyd
Yeah, that's
Mayweather
ugly.
is
for what
That's
undisputed,
he
ugly to me.
I'm
hey,
not hearing it.
for what he accomplished for what he accomplished at 135, to be a world champion and to be the man in the division, you gotta
Nigga
he
was
has to
never focused
exhibit
on
some
being
level of
undisputed. The
greatness,
nigga
right?
was never focused on being
You
undisputed.
gotta
He wanted money.
No, he
exhibit
focused
some
on
level of greatness.
one
But
time.
The only thing that nigga
um,
wanted was money. He didn't care
No,
about
no,
all
no.
Floyd.
time great, that's a push.
He focused one time on being
Exactly.
undisputed.
Thank you.
All
He got
time
He
great
killed.
is
did.
a
Thank you.
He did not.
stretch.
I'm
That's a
telling you, at
that's a
130,
huge stretch,
at
especially
130,
given
at
Check this
130,
out.
he was trying to be undisputed. At
So
130, he was
why
trying
didn't he do that at 35, 40, and 47? Why
to
didn't he?
one shoot. He's a
Why
provider
didn't he think about
of.
it at then? Listen to me. Listen to
I'm
me.
gonna
Listen
tell
to
you
me.
right now. If you
Hold
want, I'm
on.
gonna
Hold
tell
on.
you.
Hold on. 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 Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gonna be able to school me every time it come to this old school boxing shit because it wasn't my time and I wasn't around. You feel me? But listen to me.
Yeah.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
As a king with all four belts, you hold all four belts.
Mm-hmm.
You hold the Ring magazine. You hold all four belts. Really, that's five.
That's
But
5. Yeah.
okay, so listen. You're undisputed. Guess who's in charge of the weight class now? Guess who got control? Guess who got every belt and can say what about what? Me. These niggas, that nigga Floyd can't sit here and be. I don't give a fuck how cold Floyd was. Yes, he's a bad motherfucker. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not take. I never said that Floyd suck. I never said nothing crazy about him. Floyd was never, and I mean never undisputed. Never.
I get that.
Never. No, no, listen. This is all I'm saying. And y'all right. Y'all right about everything else. I'm not here to say that anybody is wrong about anything. I'm just letting y'all know. Flat out. My goal is to be undisputed more than once.
Now, boom, I get now. Listen, what I'm trying to tell you is that all your goals and dreams that you wanted, he had. He seen the business better than everybody else. When he got ducked at 30 numerous times, he knew what was up. He got ducked by Robert Garcia. He got ducked by Council Mayoya. Ducked. After he beat Dale Corrales, wasn't none of them niggas trying to fight him.
He beat the skin off Diego.
Huh?
He beat the skin off Diego. I mean, he beat the
He
shit
beat
out
the
of Diego.
boogeyman up. He beat the
Yeah,
boogeyman up before he started trying to collect the belts.
but he
Robert
was
Garcia said no. Council Mayoya said no.
like I
Go
said,
35. He had to go fight Castillo. They
that
said
man,
no. They said no. No.
that man wasn't thinking about no belts.
He
He
called
Well,
just
all
he
them
wanted
out, bro.
money.
We was
He
there.
wanted
He
the
called
money.
all them out. He said, I
He
want
wanted
this
the
guy.
money.
He said, I
He
want this
wanted
guy.
the
He
money.
said, I want this guy. He said, I want all the champions. I
He
want
did.
all
Hey,
the
look
belts.
though, look though. But Floyd, that's your fault. You beat the shit out of Arturo Gotti and Diego like that. That's your. No, I'm just playing. But that shit crazy. You
Just
beat
saying,
the
bro.
shit out of them niggas, bro.
That's at 40
hey,
when he beat Gotti, though. He went 10 pounds up and did Gotti like that.
I know, but I'm just saying though, like my
No,
two favorite,
you.
my
I'm not
two favorite,
fighting you. I'm not
my,
fighting you. No. No, not fighting you. You gotta remember, Floyd was the same way Bud was dominating the pound for pound. That's why they compare. Floyd was dominating either number one or number two. He was always Ring Magazine. He was always Ring Magazine, no matter what everybody said.
uh, hey, look, I wanna put somebody in a penalty box.
That shit was getting ugly, bro. It was getting ugly. So to where he was just like, man, if these champions ain't gonna fight me, or they asking, they outpricing themselves for some shit they ain't never known they ain't gonna get. I know how to do this. Let me show you how to do this shit.
Look,
Last 10 fights. His last 10 fights, you can say cherry pick, but his last 10 fights, he picked them niggas to become Money Mayweather. From
so I want to say something real quick.
Go
The
ahead.
only undisputed I have a problem with right now is Devin Haney's undisputed.
Oh
You see
man.
what I'm saying? So I mean, hey, it is what it is. That's my
fuck
opinion.
that nigga.
Listen, I have
I mean,
no
hey,
problem
I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't. I just
undisputed.
feel like he got. I feel. Hold on. I feel like he fought somebody that everybody's looking to at the time. Cambosis was like, he beat, he food. Everybody knew that, and Devin Haney had to go through bullshit in order to get that fight. He put him in the ring. He said, "No, I'm gonna make this much money, even if you win in the rematch. I'm gonna make the same amount of money. You still the motherfucking B side. Does
I,
not matter."
I give
So
Devin
I mean,
his undisputed because he wanted all the fighters, he wanted all the champions. He never got it. They tried
Fuck,
to pick him out of
fuck
the
blood.
WBC belt.
Fuck
This ain't got
blood.
nothing to do with Bill. I don't
nah, fuck that, fuck
care.
that. Hey, nah, hell no. You got to go in the penalty box, bro. You got to go in the penalty box, smoke.
All
You
right,
got to go in the penalty box.
Because he called a lot of them niggas out at 30,
Yeah, he
at
called certain
35
niggas
and
out at
under, but he shouldn't
35,
have
but
exposed.
hold on. What the hell? Somebody got to mute their mic. Somebody got the YouTube still on. Yeah,
God
somebody got to
damn.
mute their mic. So, anyways, so I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. He was supposed to fight certain people. He said he would stay there. Him and his dad. That nigga was in it. Devin Haney was in the ring. His dad is his Bill Haney is his voice. Devin Haney's voice. He
Uh-huh.
said while he was in the ring training, we ain't going nowhere this year. 135 is ours. Y'all talking? Come take the belt. Did he do that? Did he stay there? No,
He
he did not.
worried about
Soon as, no,
yeah,
let me finish. Let me finish. No, let me get my point across. Let me get my point.
because you cut me off when I was making my fucking point. So hold on, nigga. Because I spoke to Bill
Man,
personally. I spoke to him
I don't,
personally. I spoke to him
so just,
personally.
I understand you spoke to a
I
person,
feel
but you mean to tell
personal.
me
You
that's like
want
me
to
speaking a
talk
per.
about you want to talk about bullshit. I spoke to him personally, and I asked him personally, and there was only one fight they were standing there for. So all the
Hey,
other
what fight was
bullshit
that? Tank, right?
wasn't even a tank fight.
And what was this court fight?
Wasn't a Shakur fight. It
Yep.
Okay,
was
so thank you. So what I'm gonna say is, so let me finish my point then, because I hear what you're saying. Because I talked to Shakur. I'm the one that talked to Shakur about the shit. So you talked to one fighter, I talked to a fighter,
no,
and
I
Shakur said,
didn't
"I've so."
fighter. I talked to the fucking manager. I talked to his daddy. And I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
okay.
Martin Nash channel, the man said it's only one fight we stand for, and that's it. It was the Loma fight. Everything else was bullshit.
Then why did he put up smoking
You
mirrors
let
like that? Why did he do that? Why
everything
did him
else.
and his dad do all
I'm
that? Why
telling
did him
you,
and his dad do that
bottom line.
then?
Man,
I'm
fuck
telling
them
you,
niggas.
bottom line, ain't nothing else about it. The man told me on another man's channel with a bunch of people with my face right here that they only would stand for one fight, and it was Loma. After that, they
So
was going up.
okay, so I got you. So I got you. So he just pump faked and made it look like he really was gonna fight somebody else, and it made all that fuss for nothing, right?
You don't know that by now, you be wasting your breath, bro.
But
That's
even
bullshit,
still,
bro.
regardless,
That's not
the
even. That's
nigga
not.
was the
That's not
man at the
cool.
division. He did everything that everybody else was trying to do. He didn't accomplish it. So whether he stayed there or not, niggas still was gonna have to like get on their level in a sense. Like nigga, I'm undisputed. I'm the man. Like so, whether you sell a million pay-per-views, whether you sell out arenas, all of that, that's great. But guess whose name you still got to put on the mantle? You know what I mean? If you really want to be the man in this division, you got to come see me.
And I don't see that though. I don't see that. The man fucking. That's to me. That's bullshit.
What
So
did he do wrong?
they can sit there. I'm the fucking man. And then when somebody says we say we make a motherfucking we make a live and say yeah we staying at the division. Fuck what we said because right then he basically said whatever we said before is irrelevant. So he doesn't matter that he got on there and said all the other shit because when he made that statement he said we ain't going nowhere. We hear y'all talking. So whoever wants these belts, you got to go through my son. You see him. So that's irrelevant that he was on that other show saying that. They override that. They have a right to change their mind. But
Yeah,
why didn't you follow
Blue,
through?
Hey,
you have to
Hustle,
stop
hold on,
being
hold
so
on,
Nah,
hold on.
I
naive.
ain't trying to
Hey,
hear that
Hustle.
shit, man. That's some weak ass shit right there.
Stop shit. Stop being naive, nigga.
Nah, it's not being naive. What it is, no. We got
Hey,
to start holding
Bill.
fighters accountable for what they say, fam. That's all I'm
Hey, Bill
saying.
Haney. Hey,
You a
Bill Haney
business.
Jr.
This is why you piss me off. Cause you a fucking businessman that know that shit changed and know that shit be bullshit. You know a nigga pump faking, and then you act like you don't know when the fuck he know he pump faking.
Yo,
Man,
Bill.
listen.
Yo, Bill.
Y'all got it. Y'all got it.
Yo,
You
Bill.
know when the nigga pump faking. He
Yo,
pump
Bill.
faking. You know he
Yo,
pump
Bill.
faking, bro. Blue, you know he pump faking, Blue.
Yo,
How are
Blue.
you? He pump faking like a motherfucker. How are
Yo,
you
Blue.
taking any of that shit seriously? Cause he
Yo,
said it.
yo, Blue.
God said his weight class is for a reason. I ain't fighting
Hold
for
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Boom,
right.
boom. Are you calling me Bill?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
was
called me
calling you
Bill.
Bill. I was calling
Nah,
you
nigga,
Bill, right?
I ain't Bill, nigga.
He
Yeah,
blew.
you is. You a
Nah, I'm
handicap.
not.
Oh
Yeah,
Nah,
my
you
get the fuck out
is.
of How the fuck am I? Come on,
Hey,
Boom. Don't
Junior,
even
come
play
on,
like
Bill
that. That's
Haney.
come on,
Bill,
hey,
chill.
Boom. Don't do that, man. Because that's like
Bill,
me trying to say something about you.
I could say something, man, fuck with you right now. No, I'm being serious right now. That shit that Devin Haney and them pulled, that ain't, to me, it's not cool, bro. And then they
So
talk all this
listen, so
shit.
listen, so listen,
So
but
that has
listen,
nothing
this
to
is
do with
all
all
I'm
that
saying.
shit.
This is all I'm saying though. This is all I'm saying. Now, Blue, be real with yourself. Stop having this little, you know what I mean, animosity towards that situation when you knew he wasn't gonna fight them niggas. You knew Devin didn't really truly want no smoke with no
Oh, okay,
Shakur
I
or
know that,
Tank.
but don't
Listen,
look. But I
but
hate when I
listen,
hear other people saying that he
but
was
wait.
really that he wanted that he wanted that smoke. I
Okay,
hate
all
that
right, you got
shit.
that. You got that. But listen, was
That's all
he
I'm
able to
saying.
make a listen? Wait, was he able to make a Ryan Garcia fight? Yes or no? Okay, was he able
Okay, so let
to
me ask
make?
you. Let me let you.
Listen,
Let me ask you one
wait.
question.
I'm about to wait. Hold on. I'm not. I'm not.
Okay, okay,
I'm
go
just.
ahead.
All
Go
right.
ahead. Go
So
ahead. Go
you say
ahead.
he was able to make a Ryan Garcia fight, right?
Mhm.
That's a big fight, right?
I guess for the
What do
name, I
you?
guess, yeah.
What do you
For the
mean? Is it
name,
a
nigga,
big
you
fight
know
or
what I'm
not?
talking about. For the
So
name,
listen,
yes.
is it a big
That's
fight
the
or
only reason
not?
why.
Is that a
For
big
the
fight or not?
name, I'm answering. I'm answering the question. For the name, yes.
Okay. Was he able to make that Vasily Lomachenko fight?
Yeah, he got it. He got it.
Okay, okay.
A
So listen
shot,
to me. Now
Lomachenko.
listen to me. Now listen to me and be serious with me. I'm not gonna be mad at you if whatever you say. Is Shakur or does Shakur make as much or is he as big as Ryan Garcia or Vasily Lomachenko? And be
No, he's
real.
not. I don't even need to
Okay, then
hesitate
so
about that. He's
listen, so
not.
listen, so listen,
He's
so
not.
listen. So why so if they're not that if my nigga Shakur is not that big, why is that fight so hard for Devin Haney to make at 35?
It isn't. We all know that, bro. We know
Exactly.
that.
So
We know
so
that.
what do you mean?
Listen. What I just said earlier. I'm just
That's what I'm
tired of
saying.
people
But
giving
then, so listen,
pushback.
I just
But
gave you, but I'm just
hold on.
telling you something.
I
If
know.
I just gave
Listen.
you
I
two
know
big
this.
fights, if I just
Boom, boom.
gave
You
you
gotta
two
let
big
boom, boom,
fights,
boom, boom. Let
I'm
me
gonna
get my
let you
point across real
cook.
quick.
But
Okay.
listen, if I just gave you two big fights, and now
Hmm?
you're not gonna take this little ass Shakur Stevenson fight, and you know you already made the bag though. You was already able to make those two big fights. You was already able to make that fight with Vasily, and then you move up and you gonna make this big ass fight with Ryan. So
I'm
then
gonna
this
let Blue
ultimate
respond.
so this ultimately shows me that if you can make those two big fights, you can definitely make this Tank Davis fight or this Shakur Stevenson fight. You just don't want to. You gotta want that
Exactly.
shit.
So listen, I understand that, and I agree with you 100%. I've always felt like that. I just get tired of hearing people say that Devin Haney was about that smoke. He fought everybody. To me, that's not true because he ducked certain people. He's a
Bro, I
strategic
just gave you
when it comes to. Listen, I understand that. You don't have to tell me. I agree with you. I'm telling you, I agree with you. I'm telling you, I agree with you. All I'm saying is,
Yo,
I just dislike when people say what they say and they act like they don't have the understanding of or common. To me, it's like common sense to see that that man didn't want that smoke. Period. But they sit there and
let
stand
me
on
get
their
in where I fit
square.
in real quick. Let
Hold
me
on,
get
hold
in
on.
real
They
quick.
stand. Hold on. They stand on their square and say, "Oh no, he wanted to fight everybody." So go ahead, CJ.
Okay. No, I respect your stance, but I got a kind of a
you right.
little different opinion.
But the
Boom,
truth is,
boom.
the
Let
truth
me
is
get
he
off, man.
didn't
I
want to
was
fight
muted up for a
nobody.
minute.
Go ahead, CJ, but I'm just saying he didn't want to fight nobody. On God he
Yeah, it's
didn't.
facts, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's all it is.
No,
That shit is a
okay, y'all tripping.
go
Y'all
ahead, go ahead.
tripping because
Uh,
if we're using a, I'm gonna call this it's on the fly theory of relativity, right? Him relative to the other kings, he does have the best resume, so you can't say he wasn't trying to fight nobody. Did he fight everybody? Fuck no. But no, he got the best resume out of them
he
dudes, and
cherry picked those
Bro,
fucking
I'm gonna stand
fights,
on
bro,
that.
we're not
CJ.
talking about resumes.
What?
We're changing the
Yeah, we're not
subject.
talking about that. We're not even talking about. And if you want to go off resume, he cherry fight him. Lomo's too old. Fucking what
No,
else?
stop doing that. Stop doing that. Give fighters their credit. They beat a nigga, they beat a nigga. Fuck that nigga, they on to the next. Fuck that shit. We done doing that. We not about to keep
No,
giving
but you still
niggas
you.
wins away. No, bro, they do that to
So
I hear
niggas.
what
We
you're
yo,
saying,
done with
but
that
people
big
do it
body
my
though.
shit.
People
No,
do it.
no,
my
fuck
main
that. We not
my
taking no
main
more
point.
wins away. You beat that nigga? All right, bet. Fuck it.
Let me land real quick. I won't be I won't be long winded. But no, my main point is if you're comparing him to his peers, you know what I mean, niggas in his era, then he did the most. He challenged himself the most, is what I'm trying to say.
Fuck no.
As far as okay, hold on, I'm gonna let you respond, and you could tell me who around him challenged themselves more than he did. But as far as saying they want the fight and all this, yeah, again, to Pop's point, Blue, as a businessman, you should know Like I'm for
No, I
holding
already
fighters to
know
their
that. Hold on,
word.
hold on.
I'm so hold on, no, 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 no,
Time out.
no.
CJ,
Give me
CJ,
10 seconds.
you're gonna
Give me
you're
10
gonna
seconds,
co-sign
Blue.
you're co-signing something, and you're trying to say that I've been saying what I've been saying. Like I'm telling you right now, I already knew he was pump faking. Like I said, it's not about that. It was about people standing on the square saying this nigga fights every fucking body. I don't
Yeah,
believe
he
Again,
that.
don't fight
again,
That's
everybody.
all
I'm
it
No,
some
he
is.
I'm
don't.
So
somewhere
don't
in the
throw me in
middle.
that category.
Hold
That
on. Go
Okay.
ahead, CJ. Go ahead, CJ, because I want to know
All right.
who the fuck he's saying. I want to know who the people is that he talking
Right. Okay, so let me finish
I say
this
I
and
want
then
to know who the people
again.
is that he does.
Hold on.
I've already said,
Okay.
nigga, it's the
about.
Oh,
board.
god damn.
Everybody, go ahead, CJ. Go ahead.
God damn. Okay, I'm in theory I'm about holding fighters to their word, even if it's the manager, whatever, whoever calling for that smoke. But yeah, like you said, we knew it was capping. So okay, cool. So I'm somewhere in between you and Pop. I get both sides of that. Stand on your shit, but we knew off top that was cap. Y'all got it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I knew that shit too, bro. Fuck
Now,
that.
tell me what people that the fuck you talking about.
What do you mean, Ducky?
No, Boom
Ducky, right?
said that Devin didn't challenge himself more than any of his peers,
Bro,
and I wanted to know
I'm
who.
sorry,
That's
but
not
you
what I
you
want to
won't.
know. I don't want to know
Thank
Okay.
you,
nothing.
thank
That's
you,
not what the
thank
fuck
you,
I want to know. I'm
thank
asking
you.
Okay.
you what fucking people he talking about that he heard this shit from. I want to know what fucking people. What
Heard what?
people?
The boxing voice.
Heard what? What are you talking about?
What people that you get you so riled up about this damn what Devin and Bill them said? Who
The
No,
said
boxing
it?
that's
voice.
been no. Hold on. So I'm gonna say it like this. It's
What
people
people?
on that we.
Who?
So
Who?
I'm gonna explain.
Name their
Okay. It's
names.
easy to break down, and I'm not gonna be able to name everybody, but it's very easy. Nigga, I've heard talking points from people that run content, and because some of them are biased and some of them aren't, and then I've heard people on the
Bro,
panel
just say you
defend
heard that
Haney.
shit on the boxing voice.
Name
That's the
the
And
only
no, it
name.
niggas
doesn't
that you can't
matter.
think
It
of a
doesn't
name
matter. I'm
about.
being honest. I heard it from panels,
I'm
and I've heard it
asking
from
people
people
name.
doing content.
I'm
The boxing voice, bro. Just say the
who,
boxing voice.
bro?
That's the
Who?
only niggas that keep that
No,
nigga
Who?
alive.
man, we used to listen. We used to be on panel, bro. I've said this on your panel before. I've had pushback with people on your panel
Who?
before about that shit, bro.
Who? Say the names, bro.
Oh, okay. So hold
Name
on.
the
I could.
names.
Okay, so who else? Who's Devin Haney fans? Those are people. Say AC. Um, who else?
You better
Fucking
not say no fucking boom boom. You better not.
nah. Well, I mean,
You
it's all
can't.
good.
You
But
can't, cause
I'm
niggas
gonna
know
tell
I
you
hate
this.
that nigga.
boxing nerd. But isn't boxing nerd?
I kind of ride with Bill. I kind of ride with Bill just because he's from the town, but I don't like Haney's
Yeah,
style
I
that
heard
much.
you say that, but I never heard you been that. I never heard you, CJ, been that thorough with it though. You see what I'm saying?
No,
So
definitely not.
I can't say that. So what I'm saying to you is, it doesn't matter who the fuck I've heard on these panels. I've heard it on panels because it's been talking points. Because you have some people that say, no matter what, Devin ain't done shit.
He
He
from the
stayed down there and
city,
waited for somebody. Now you hear
man.
other people saying, like me saying,
Wait,
Devin brought the fucking
but
smoke. So it doesn't
wait.
matter.
I'll tell you. So if Devin ain't done shit, then and he's been undisputed with the lineal, meaning he was the man in the division.
I
Then
said
that
he
would
was
mean
done.
Tank ain't did a bitch ass thing. I mean Shakur ain't did shit. That would
You're
mean
going back
George
to my point. You
Kambosos
got
ain't
it.
did shit.
But hey, when did we say that
Like
Shakur did anything?
And no, we didn't say
what
that
that
though.
Hey
that's
Cam, I
my
think you
whole
got
point.
YouTube up. We got an echo. Somebody got an echo.
Yeah,
Hold on,
Kim.
That's Cam. That's
yeah,
Cam.
I'm gonna have to close YouTube out.
Okay.
What's killing me is because like when did we start taking away credit for a boxer
Bro,
becoming undisputed and
that's
winning
what I
and
said, bro.
actually
Undisputed
going
is
out and
hard.
challenging themselves? It's not easy to become an undisputed
Because he
champion.
didn't fight.
In the
Because he don't fight your favorite fighter. Let me just go and say the shit, right? He don't fight your favorite fighter. He ain't what the hell everybody else think, right? Now, here's something real. He did say he did offer you a contract when you take 25%. You said no. I'm gonna go to the purse bid.
Okay. Fair point,
Yeah,
but
and then
25% is disrespectful. That is
exactly, and you asked for
disrespectful.
two. Hold on, and not just that, you asked for two extensions. You don't ask for just one and then say, you know what, I'm gonna move up. You
Doesn't
ask for
matter.
two.
Doesn't matter. I offered you a contract to fight me. You said no. I'm gonna wait the purse bid.
That man waited till the end of the week and waited till the end of the week again, bro.
Yo,
He wasn't
like
trying to make the fight. That's all it was, bro. He wasn't trying to make the fight.
it don't matter. They know you lying.
I'm not a
Yeah,
devil
it's already the
man.
shit's already
I'm
over with. I'm just saying that I
not, no,
just
no,
don't
let me,
like when people say there's certain things. That's all it is.
let me change it up. Not a Devin Haney advocate, but if he said, if they offered you something and you said no, you can't say,
We're negotiating, fam. They're negotiating.
you can't say that he offered you this before he leaves. I'm offering you this, and that's it. Take it or leave it. You said leave it, so he left.
No, they're
Yo, if
still
somebody offered
negotiating.
me some bullshit, I'd probably do the same thing. That's just
So
That's
hold
disrespectful.
on, hold on.
bullshit.
So let me ask you. So let me ask everybody on the panel. Was they in negotiations when all that shit? Are they negotiating or not? Because if you're negotiating, you're gonna say, no, I don't like that, and I don't think that's good.
Like
Come with another one, and I think I have.
I just said, like y'all been talking a lot, but you ain't listening. Shit,
Damn.
you acting like you ain't hear what the fuck I just said. Is take
Man,
it
y'all
or
motherfuckers,
leave
man.
it. It
I
ain't
did get that part. I
or
heard that
leave
part,
it
but yeah, he
or
left it.
maybe something else. Is take it or leave it.
Man,
He
So
y'all
didn't
made me
say
you
waste
wouldn't
my
call that
fucking drink, man.
he
the
didn't tell
line?
Fucking
so
The
he
line in
is
the
not
sand
somewhere. It's
is
either
pop.
or. It's not your third fucking option that you think you can pull.
damn.
No. It's
Pop
take
saying that
it,
don't qualify as
leave it.
negotiations. It's an
And
offer. The
that's what it
offer was
was.
made, and that's it.
Everything ain't negotiation. It's this is the offer. Take it or leave it. I don't know about it. All right, cool, nigga. I'm
You
gone.
know,
You can
fuck it.
worry about
Man,
anything else.
y'all made
So that's what it
y'all
is.
made me waste my drink, man. Fucking with y'all, man.
Listen, that's how it
It's
is.
hot as
Niggas
fuck
wanted
out
to
here
be
too.
it's a third option outside of what I offered you. Well, nah, I want this, that, and the third. There's no wiggle room around this. It's this or that. I don't
Like
take it,
Devin
I don't
Haney.
take it either. All right,
Well, yeah, and I'm thinking because he knew he didn't have too much longer with the division, so he was like, "Well, fuck it. I'm gonna put it out there as
Nah,
like
he did
a
fight at
farewell."
35 for a minute though, and that's what motherfuckers don't realize or understand
See,
or
I don't
want
know
to
the
point out.
timeline. I thought that was when he was
his
exiting
whole
the division.
career. His whole career was at 35
Bro, he fought
until
at
he moved
35
up.
for a long time, bro. Like
No,
even
that's
at a,
true.
I
But
think even as
when
an
did them
amateur.
when was that offer made? Is my point. If it was made at the end, then I kind of get it. But if it was like before Loma, then nah.
No, it was after the fight.
Yeah, I thought so.
He gave him that option. Take it or leave it. 25%. It's a bullshit offer. No, you ain't gonna take it, right? Because of your pride. You won't even call the bluff and take it and make me a complete duck. You say no,
Look. I'm one of the first ones to say that was
you
fucked up. He
didn't.
should have just took the offer. I'm
Didn't.
gonna say this. So listen. I'm saying this right now, just
25.
like I said it before. He should have just took the fucking offer and said fuck it, but he didn't. So therefore, he stayed at the negotiating
Took
table
what
because
offer?
I think
What offer?
the
He gave
25%.
25%
Against who and what
to
and for
fight
what
that.
Devin
position?
Haney. No, David Haney for undisputed. Shakur versus Devin Haney for undisputed. He should
Oh
have just
yeah,
took the 25%. So
Shakur
I'm gonna
always.
say that
Yeah,
just
I'ma always
yeah, he
say
should
that.
have took it. I'm gonna say that
Yeah,
no matter what,
hey,
because I'm a real boxing
but that's
fan.
because you a true. That's because you a true. You've been watching Shakur long enough. But that's some real shit though. He should have took that 25. I don't
Yeah,
give a
he should have,
fuck.
no matter what.
I
I'm gonna hold him
don't know.
accountable. But no
I
matter
don't
what,
know.
I'm gonna say this because some people would look at it like this. Oh, this nigga came to him, gave
No,
Shakur
this
a
is
bunk ass fucking. Hold on, boom. Hold on. Let me just get. I'm quick about it. Some people would take it like this. This nigga Devin came, told Shakur, yeah, I'll give you the fight. Here's 25%. He knew Shakur wasn't gonna take it, so therefore he said, you know what? This is a take it or leave it deal. So some people say, you know what? You knew he wasn't gonna take it. You ducking because you knew he wasn't gonna take it. You sent him a bullshit offer. You didn't really want the fight. That's a duck.
That's an
Call
argument. That's an
I don't.
argument.
Because
All
I'm
right,
one
but
of them.
before we
I'm
start
one of
that,
them.
listen. Before we start that argument, I do get he could have put more on the table for the offer. But before we start that, again, only reason why I'm putting out there that Shakur should have took that 25%, whether I sound biased, whether I sound like I do or don't like him, is because genuinely at that time Devin betted on himself against Cambosos and fought
Yep.
that rematch, this, that, and the third. That's the only reason I say you should have took that 25 to show that nigga I can do what you can do just 10 times
the
better.
bluff. Call the bluff.
Yeah,
Call
look,
That's
you're
it.
right. I'm with you. I'm with you.
the
I'm
bluff.
with you.
But here's the thing, though, Blue. What I don't like is because he didn't call the bluff, and you know he didn't call the bluff, and you
I
say you
did.
should have called a bluff. You want to make a goddamn avenue to a back road to get back on this road that he didn't call the fucking bluff. So you can't say that when people say that Devin wanted all the smoke, and when you say he did send him a contract where he did offer him 25%.
That ain't the same smoke. Why you
The
be
only
worrying
thing, the
shit?
only thing that y'all
Why
can
you be
argue
worrying
back
it,
is that he
man?
should have offered more money, and I get that he should have offered more
That's
money.
my
But what
point.
was there?
That's where
But
I
as
Yeah,
the
land on it.
if you
champion,
really
time
want to
out.
fight, if
But
you're
time
really
out.
gonna
Hold
fight, you're
on,
gonna
hold on.
go
But
ahead,
as
boom.
the
Yeah, go ahead.
champion,
My bad.
you gonna tell me what the fuck to put in my offer, nigga? These are my 5 belts first and foremost. So that's another thing that you got to put out there, nigga. I'm champion. I'm A side. So it don't matter, nigga. You should
Yeah,
have
but
betted on
that's
yourself
like
like I
too
But
did
see,
much.
me.
but boom,
Fuck that
boom, boom, boom.
25%. You should have
Shakur
bet
knew
on
that and
yourself,
said
nigga.
that he said that he was the B side in the situation. So he admitted that. So that's not an argument on my side. But I see where you're coming from when you say that.
Nah, bro,
Boom.
we nah, bro. As a real nigga, every on this panel, bro. We gotta keep it at some point, and I'm just saying that to say, like, if Devin can bet on himself, then other motherfuckers can too, and do it way
Yeah,
Boom.
better.
yeah,
Let me
yeah.
draw a
Cause
little
I'm
middle line real quick. I would say I can't look across the ring at a nigga literally getting paid 3 times as much as me when I think I'm better than him. I would say more reasonable, and it may not be a big difference to y'all, but a 33-66 like that. You feel me? That
but my
seems
nigga, guess what you about to make after this? Pull the Floyd Mayweather against Oscar De
word.
La
Oh yeah, no,
Hoya. Guess what you
I
about
feel
to
you.
make
I
after
do feel
this?
what you're talking about.
All right
I do
then,
feel
so
that
fuck
side of
that.
it too.
Take that 33, nigga. This
But nah,
66, you better
Yeah,
33.
live off
Yeah,
that
I'm gonna say
66.
this.
Listen,
Hey,
you
33.
better
Shakur,
no,
check it out.
listen. You better
Let's
live
go
off that
ahead.
66. Cause if you do not, nigga, when after I beat your ass and I get paid way more now because of that. Nigga, I'm up and I'm up now. I can live off this for a little minute. Guess what? I got the momentum. Now don't nobody believe in Devin Haney no more because I just beat that nigga 10 times better and I bet on myself like he just did. You get what I'm saying? So
Fuck
I
Man,
do
I
feel
feel what
what
you're
you're
saying.
saying. I just
Hey,
would ask for a
check this
little
out.
more, just a little more.
Check this out. Hold on. Shakur ain't gonna make that same
oh
decision
my
twice, bro. He ain't gonna fuck up twice,
god.
bro. I
No,
don't believe
yo,
that.
no, fuck
He
yo.
did fuck up though. He fucked up though.
Sometimes,
Okay.
man, just not taking accountability. I'll be about to say, man,
yeah, bro.
fuck
I'm
him.
taking
Like, yo,
accountability.
listen to what I'm saying. Before I say this, right? Because shit just got blurred, and y'all want to keep blurring shit. Before I
Here
let
we
D4
go.
go,
Here
y'all
we
want to
go.
keep blurring shit. Y'all want to keep listen.
You gonna say take it or leave it. I feel
It
that,
was
but nah.
fucking take it or leave it. It's
I
not
know
so
your point.
this. It's not
We
so this.
understand.
It's not so this. It's not so that, nigga. It's take it or fucking leave it. Y'all want to be like, you could have did this and you should have did that, but I'm saying this and I'm saying that. It's y'all understand what it is because he hold the belts and everything else, and he bet on himself 3 fucking times not to be truthfully honest with you, and y'all like because Shakur don't want to do neither one, and Dev moved up. You don't understand why, but he did offer him a damn contract, but it should have been more. That's
Man, this
bullshit.
shit is dead, man. They ain't in the
That's
same division
bullshit.
no
Yeah,
more.
it don't matter. They're not gonna fight,
Hey,
so it's all
but
good.
time
No
out.
more, man. Hold on, wait, man. I gotta let Free go, man. It was take it or leave it. There was no more other option. Niggas know that and want to make other
Every
options.
nigga don't got that heart. Every nigga don't got that soul or that
That's
motive or that for real.
so
Every
then
nigga
you
don't
can't
got
put
that
that on
heart.
there. You can't put that
Mm.
on there. You can't put it on there. Free was good, bro.
What's
Can't put it
good,
on
Ain't
Free?
there.
nothing.
What's good, Free?
Ain't nothing. What's going on?
What's
Man,
popping?
What up with
Uh,
your free?
man.
What up with your free?
ain't nothing. What's good? Oh, snap. I don't know what happened, but yeah, what's good with y'all?
Same
Shit,
shit.
moving and grooving.
Yeah, I hear y'all. I hear y'all up here cooking. I heard somebody say the fight is never going to happen between Dev and Shakur,
Yep.
and that might be true, and that's only because of Shakur. It's only because of Shakur. Because Dev said,
Hey, shout
I'm
out
not.
my
I'm not.
nigga Captain Chaos, man. My fault. But shout out my nigga Captain Chaos, man. For real.
Hell
What's
no.
going on, Captain? But yeah, I
This
mean
nigga
the man
stupid.
said I'm not gonna fight Devin. He had 147, he's too big. But then he turned around and said he wanna fight Dagon Conor Ben at 54. I'm like,
I didn't hear
come on,
that.
man. Come on,
I heard
come
it.
on,
I heard
man.
it. And he also said I was just
Bullshit.
joking. I'll do it at 147. Yeah, did you hear that part too?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even if he
Okay,
said
okay.
it,
So
even
you know
if
he
he
just
said
he
at
just was
147,
talking out the side of his ass. Because I'm gonna tell you just like this.
no,
When he said that stupid ass shit, I wasn't feeling it at all.
but hold on. Even if he said it would be at 147, you said you wouldn't fight Dev at 147 because he's too
Right.
big, but you'll fight Conor Ben at 47.
That's a great point,
Man,
homie. I'm with you, D Free.
Hold
Yeah,
on, man.
I,
No, hold on, man.
I didn't know about that.
Let Free cook before you start making excuses for fucking Shakur. Go ahead.
That
yeah.
wasn't
I'm
what I
just
was
saying.
doing. I said I feel him. He gave me new information. Come on, Pop. You know I ain't like that. I get new
Yeah, I
information.
just
I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
No,
I
he's
think
taking a shot at
Shakur is a
Blue.
little. He's a little. I think it's certain individuals Shakur doesn't have the same energy for. He doesn't have the
Mm.
same energy for certain individuals. I mean, we saw it when he was at 126. The man said he wanted to unify, and Gary said, "Well, we could unify." I mean, I've been in the ring with Youngin. We can get in the ring. And Shakur act like he ain't heard Gary say they can
And
fight
there go
next.
the button. There go the button, Blue. D
Who?
free
Hey, I'm
always
just
come up here and push the
hey,
button. There you
the
go.
man
Free.
only
Hold on.
wanted
Come
he
here,
only
Free.
I
Hold
wanted
ain't
on. I'm
tripping.
here for
he
all that
only
smoke,
yeah,
Free.
he
I ain't
only
Who
tripping
you
wanted
say?
either.
he only
Who
wanted
you
to
say?
unify with one guy.
He
He
didn't
only
say no.
wanted to
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's all good. He can
he
say
only
whatever he
Who
wanted
he
to
wants
Free.
to.
say?
unify with one guy, and the only guy that
Who?
he wanted to unify was Oscar Valdez. That's the only guy he wanted to unify with. He only wanted to
Because
unify with Oscar
but
Valdez.
everybody kept
He
saying
outgrew
Oscar
the
could beat
fucking
him,
weight,
bruh.
bro. He lost his belt to that shit. That's why he couldn't stay there. Like, what
But
the hell is
everybody
going
said
on
Oscar could
here?
beat him.
What are you talking about?
Everybody said Oscar could beat him. Everybody
No,
was betting against Core. The only
the,
the
the
Dude,
only people
only
that wouldn't was
person
the
that he
odds.
wants to the
The
only
betting odds
person that
didn't
he
go against him.
wanted to
Everybody else did.
the only person that he wanted to unify with is Oscar Valdez. He didn't want to unify with nobody else at 126 and nobody else at 130. Only
Man, them
Oscar
niggas didn't
Valdez.
want to fight. Them niggas didn't want to fight.
You
I'm
can't
telling
say
you.
them niggas didn't want to fight when the niggas said we could fight and he don't fight them.
Who? Who? What nigga said they was gonna fight Shakur at 30?
Gary said we can fight. Gary said we
Gary
could
was at
unify the belt.
35. Gary Russell?
Gary was not
yeah, he's at 35.
Bro,
Gary
Gary's at
Russell was not at
35.
35.
Gary
No,
was at
he's not. He's at
35.
20.
Gary
Hold
moved
up.
out of that division
How
when he
you
lost.
hold up. How you gonna tell me where Gary Russell is when he's been at 126 his entire career?
Oh, I'm thinking of the brother. You right. Go ahead and school me. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Antoine,
and
yeah.
he's
I'm
not
thinking
even
of
at
Antoine.
135. He's at
He had
140.
40. Yeah. Okay, go ahead and school me. Go ahead.
The Mr. Gary Russell said we could unify the belts, and Shakur act like he
That
didn't
nigga
hear him.
Shakur couldn't make
Shakur,
26 no more after he beat Joette.
man,
What is you talking about?
He only moved up because Oscar Valdez moved up. He only wanted to fight Oscar Valdez. He didn't want to
Because
fight
why?
nobody
But
else.
because why? Why
Man.
did he want to fight Oscar?
So you heard this? So look. I'm gonna say this, D Free, and
You
I
probably
respect your
thought he was
opinion.
gonna lose to Oscar.
So D Free, I'm gonna say this to you. Did you hear like Shakur say, "Man, I'm moving up because I don't want to fuck with nobody other cats, and I'm chasing Valdez."
Yeah.
Y'all be
The
getting this shit
man,
off of
Go
X,
ahead.
man. I'll be
Smoke
missing
with
out on a
that
lot of shit.
content.
dog.
Yeah.
Name,
Back then,
name, name, name,
it's,
name.
bro.
No,
Outside
Legit.
of
no. Hold on, man. Let D Free answer. Like, come on,
Bill,
man.
head up, chest out on
hold
this
up,
one,
All
champ.
right, cool. I'm gonna let D Free answer, then I'm
hold
gonna
up.
answer because me and that nigga been arguing for about 4 or 5 years about the same shit. So yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
D
not,
free,
not.
D free. Let me ask you the question again because I don't know. Let me make sure you heard what I said. So D three, did you hear Shakur say this out of his own mouth? Say that he doesn't want to fuck with nobody, doesn't want to unify with nobody else. I'm moving up because you know what I'm saying because Valdez moved up because I want to see him because he's the only person that wants to fight me. Did you hear him say that?
I don't listen to the words. I look at the actions.
Okay, so therefore, what I'm saying, you're speculating there, and you're entitled to your opinion, and that is a fact.
Okay, so I'm looking at his action. Name another champion that he fought outside of Oscar Valdez and Jamel Herring, which was his
Why
Robinson
y'all?
sparring partner.
Consay Sal. Robinson
Why y'all
Consay
don't
Sal.
give Tank that same energy, man?
Robert Kasackiel wasn't a champion.
He's a champion right now.
Look,
He
But
wasn't
no,
a
yeah, okay.
champion.
When he fought him, yeah, I feel you.
Oh, so they got to be champions when he fought him?
If the man said he wants to unify, Name somebody that he unified with outside of Oscar Valdez.
You got to be a
Who
champion
did
to be
he?
Look, I
Who,
unified.
gotta
who did he?
damn.
Who did he unify with? Except for Oscar Valdez, he was at 126. He said he wanted to unify. He didn't unify with nobody. He went to 130. He said he wanted to unify. The only
So what
person
you
he
trying to
unified
use
with was
against us
Oscar
that he
Valdez, and then
unified
he
one
moved out of the
time? So
weight
you
class.
trying to use that against us that he unified one time?
No,
He
I'm going
want to
by what the
unify
man said.
everything.
I
Man, what
never
he's
said
trying to say, what
I
D3
said
is
did I hear him say something? I heard the man say he wants to unify. We heard that we hold everybody else to their words. Now all of a sudden we got to act like the words don't matter. What he said, we hold
Nah,
everybody else to
D3.
their words.
Nah, D3. We don't
nah,
hold
D3
Tank
you
to his
reaching.
word, man.
Hey,
We
hey,
don't
D3,
hold
D3 you
you
Tank to his
reaching.
D3.
word, man.
No,
Hold
the
on,
man.
hold on,
D3
hold on,
reaching.
hold
I'm
on.
gonna tell you like
Y'all
this.
lying too.
I keep it consistent because when Canelo Alvarez said he wanted to be undisputed at 54, he didn't fight Jamal Charlo. He moved up. We held that against him. When he said he wanted to be undisputed at 160 and he didn't fight Bubu Andrade, we held that against him. I hold these guys at their word. Y'all the one move around and say, "Oh no,
Shit, it's
that's
better for
different."
him to lose to Terrence Crawford
You
anyway.
no, but no, it's not even about it's not about the blood fight. It's about the fact you holding these guys accountable
No,
when
I'm
they
just
out
saying
their
fuck
own
Boo
mouth
Boo.
in these interviews say when they
You
come in
got
these
to.
interviews and say in the media, I want to be undisputed, I want to be unified, I want to be the man in the division, and then they go on to leave the division and they still got food on the table. It's still guys out here that they could fight, get a payday, and these are
Why
even
did
the
Shakur
fights that
move
we
up to
actually
130?
want to see.
Hey Cam.
No,
Hey Cam. Hold on,
I'm gonna
hold
take
on,
it
hold
even.
on, hold
I'm
on,
gonna
hold
take it a
on,
step
D3.
further.
I
I'm
got
gonna
to
take it a
respond
step
too.
further. I'm gonna take it a
Hold
step
on,
further
D3. Hold on,
because
D3. Hey
you
Cam.
said hold on. You said Shakur moved out of 130 because he was too big. He didn't have to fight the Robert Kasakian fight. He could have moved up and became Devin Haney's mandatory and got the 35% right there out the break.
35, huh?
He could have got the
Well, he did because listen. So look, you're right. But I'm gonna tell
Move,
you just like this. At 135, see, I'm a realist. At 135, that's what he did. He made himself the mandatory because they gave him that because he petitioned for it, and they said yes, we will allow you to do this, and therefore he was gonna get whatever they was giving to him, 30, 35%, whatever the fuck it was, he was gonna get, and that's when. Devin Hank, man, I don't even want to get into it, bro. I'm good, man, because that's I'm going
bro.
back and forth, and that shit gonna irritate me, bro. Because people ain't holding the same energy,
I
bro.
already know what it
I
was.
hear
before you
you
get
But
arguing about the
irritated,
shit,
before
but
you
you
get
ain't.
emotional, Blue.
No, no,
he didn't.
because
You getting
it's okay.
emotional, Blue.
No, no,
The thing is,
no,
the
no,
thing
Hey
no,
is,
Blue,
no.
remember when
Okay,
I
I got.
said
he
head
didn't
up,
have
chest out?
You getting
Head up,
he didn't
emotional,
chest
have
out,
Blue.
champ.
Hey, look,
Head up,
look,
chest
look.
out,
That's
champ.
what I'm saying. Look. That's what I'm saying. We good. We good. It's all good. Shit
Head
happens,
up, chest
and
Take
out,
that's
your
why it
man.
ain't
take
to
your
gonna
say
happen. I
he
don't
didn't
give a fuck.
take your chest out
he
of it,
didn't have the
gang.
position for it.
Hey,
Take your
The
hey,
man
chest
had
out
hey,
the
of
hey.
it.
35
Is the fight gonna happen? Is the
He
fight
said,
gonna
take
happen?
your
Let me
chest
ask y'all
out of
this.
it.
No,
Hey, look,
Shakur don't
is the
want it.
fight gonna
Shakur
happen?
don't want it.
Nah, ain't no
Hell no.
motherfucking
Hey,
Shakur
So
don't
bro.
want it. Devin Haney don't
Hey,
want it.
hey,
we
Cam.
Devin
beating a
Haney don't
dead
want it.
horse. That was my point, man. We beating a dead
Hey,
Yeah,
motherfucking
Cam.
it
horse.
ain't gonna happen. So let
What
it
up?
go. Don't say Shakur. That's my
Hold on,
opinion.
y'all. I'm about to. Hold on, y'all.
Hey, D3, man, I
Hold on, y'all.
appreciate you, bro.
The man,
I appreciate you,
the
D3.
Hold
man
on,
don't
y'all. Cause Cam
the
know
man
what I'm
don't
about to
want it,
say.
man.
Cam know what I'm about to. Hey,
Hey,
Cam,
The man
do that
hey, me and
again.
D3
What's
going
Do
at
up?
that
it right
again,
now, boy. I
Cam.
love it.
Do that again, Cam.
What's that?
Play like you against us again, and I'm gonna put that belt on you.
Play like I'm against who?
Shakur, play like you against
Shakur,
Shakur
nigga, you
again.
know
I'm gonna
what it
put
is,
that belt
Cam.
on you.
You know what it is, Cam. This King Shakur, you know that.
Yo, Michael God. I keep telling
Oh, Cam, throw your
yo,
mic away, bro. Throw your mic away, bro. Cam, don't, man. You in a bad area or something, my guy.
Nah, I'm just fucking with Cam. That's my uncle. Hey, that's my uncle, man. So I'm just fucking with him. I'm just
Hey,
fucking with
Cam,
him.
Oh, that's what's
everybody on
up.
the panel, man, good peoples, man. That's a fact.
For
Hey,
real,
look,
that's
look,
a fact.
hey, smoke. I'm gonna be right back, fam. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna be right back.
All right, Blue. No,
I got
Cam, you
Nah, cause
everybody,
if
choppy
you
as
everybody
come
fuck. I'm
back
got
sorry.
crying, I'm gonna put
everybody
that
got
belt on you
word.
too, Blue.
Cam, you too choppy, homie.
Man, look, man. I'm on break, man.
Yeah, I
It's how the hell I am, man. And why we don't give Tank all this energy, man? Why we
Yo,
always talking about Shakur? We don't say shit about Tank. Tank
I
say
brought
three
up all
different
his peers.
things.
You know, Pop don't want to speak on that, but I brought up all of Devin's peers. He always getting the heat. Undeserved, in my opinion. Again, I'm not a heavy Devin fan, but fucking, he'd be the most
Is Tank
criticized. So,
retired? Is Tank retired or something?
yo, you know he got that Roach fight coming up. When, where, who, how? That's to be determined. But apparently, he got that Roach fight coming up. Which, hey, I'm glad he took the rematch. A lot of niggas ducked that rematch, though. It's cool.
Y'all not got Blue upset. He went go get something to eat and shit.
What
He
Shit,
be
rematch you
me
talking
calm.
about?
too. In a minute.
What
Roach,
rematch you talking
Tank
about?
and Roach. Come on, champ.
What
Don't
about
play
it?
with me like that.
What
It's
about it?
supposed to be coming up. It ain't signed, sealed, delivered. That's my concern, but supposed to be coming up.
I no, it's signed, sealed, and delivered. It's just they haven't made an official
Shit.
announcement. Because
All
if
right.
you go look it up you go look it up on you go look it up on boxlive.com. The fight is there. It's there. August 16th, T-Mobile Stadium. It's there. They just haven't made official announcement.
Oh, see,
I think they're waiting for the Manny Pacquiao because they believe it's going to be a lot of eyes for Manny Pacquiao return, and they want to make the announcement then. But I just think they holding out too long because that's literally less than a month away. That gives you like
crazy.
27 days to get ready for the fight. So I
Right.
mean,
People got to make
they've been
plans. People
training.
got to travel. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's foolish to
yeah,
me.
they've been training. Tank been in training, and
Oh, I know
Lamont Roach
that.
already said he's been
I'll
training.
be
So
back,
I mean,
Smoke.
the fight is fine.
All
I
right.
just don't understand why they're waiting so long to announce it because, like I said, you go look it up. It's there. They said the fight is at August 16th,
Man,
T-Mobile Arena.
All right.
they waiting
I
on
Cool.
Tank.
don't know.
They waiting on Tank to roll out his new hairdo, man. When he get that done,
Fuck out of here.
then he
He going
gonna
back to the
post up.
fade. He going back to the fade to avoid that
He built it because
hair
we don't want to hear
grease.
shit about his grease no more.
That's like
I don't
in
know. I
WWF.
don't.
That's a foreign object. He got grease in the eye. It's like hitting a nigga with a chair. Apparently.
I know he hungry. I know he hungry than a motherfucker now. So this gonna be a brawl.
I hope so. I hope that put the fire back under his ass and make him be a true competitor. I hope so,
Uh,
homie.
Uh, yeah, I think this fight gonna go totally different than the first fight went because Lamont Roach came out admit I didn't do enough to win this fight, and so I think he's gonna come out there and try to take it to Tank, which could leave itself open for some clean shots. So I think it's gonna go a lot
Interesting.
different than the first fight did.
And I've been hearing that
Yeah.
projection, but I'm of a different mind. I think that again they've been sparring since the amateurs. He know he can go toe to toe with him, so why would he press? You feel me? Unless you feel like I'm gonna get fucked over by the judges either way because shit is corrupt. If he got that mindset, then he might open up like you saying. But I think he's gonna stick to the same game plan. Maybe turn it up a little, sit down on his punches a little more, but he ain't gonna vary too much from the game plan that already worked. My opinion.
I
Yo,
mean,
D, you must be in New York, huh? You in New York?
no, I'm in Maryland. I stay out here in
Oh,
D.C.,
okay.
Maryland.
Okay, I knew you was on the East because I'd be seeing you up early as fuck with Clarence. Shout out No Duck Zone. But yeah,
Yeah,
I knew you was over there
we on the same
because
time zone.
that'd be the
Yeah,
sunrise for
I'll
me.
be over there. I be over there all the time. We're on the same time zone.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn. We went from
Well,
like
what y'all
six
got
on the
going on
panel
later?
to just us. What's up?
Yeah. I was saying what
No,
y'all
what you
got
said?
going on. What was on the agenda today?
Oh, okay. So the main topic we opened up on was the recent beef between Roy Jones Jr. and Floyd Mayweather. You seen that?
Oh yeah, I saw that. I'm like, come on, Floyd. You bringing up fights that happened like 20 years ago. I'm like, man, come on now.
No, no, no.
It is what
I
it is.
feel you.
I mean, Roy Jones at the time when y'all was fighting, Roy Jones was the man. Once Roy Jones got beat, you became the man. It is what it is. I mean, everybody liked Roy Jones more than they liked you until Roy got beat. Then they started liking you more. So just give it up. It is what it is.
I feel you on
Uh,
that, and I think Floyd definitely got his ego, let his ego get the better of him. But I got to acknowledge that when they had asked Roy Jones Jr., where does Floyd rank on your all-time great list, he was like, "Who?" Like Floyd Mayweather, who? So that he initiated the disrespect, and Floyd should have been the bigger man, not let it get under his skin. But Roy Jones did start it, so I got to acknowledge that, homie.
Nah, yeah, of course. Because they always had that issue because
Floyd thought he was a better fighter than Roy Jones in their prime. They always had that beef. Floyd thought he should have been the man when everybody was paying attention to Roy. So I mean, it's always been that animosity between those two. That's why you never see them in the same arena at the same time. Whenever
Crazy.
Roy is calling a fight, you don't see Floyd there. If Floyd's at a fight, you don't see Roy there. They never been in the
Yeah.
same arena at the same time. They always had
I did,
animosity between each other.
yeah, I didn't
I
realize
mean,
it
but
went back that far.
Roy could have stepped it up and said, well, you mean you could have been on the all time great list if you would have fought Winky Wright and not duck him. He could have.
You're a fool for
Roy
that one.
could have said that.
True, true. He
I
kind of
didn't.
like dismissed him, like
I didn't even know that.
Let's
he
tell them
ain't
the
on
truth.
my level. It was
Let's
like
tell them the
he ain't
truth.
on my level. Energy is what I got from Roy because he didn't challenge himself. That's what I'm thinking coming from.
And from
Good.
Floyd is, nigga, you too stupid, too prideful, and did some dumb shit and fucked your legacy up and let me step right into it. And now look at me and look at you.
Word.
I mean,
Okay.
both of them. I mean, yeah. I mean, Roy, far as his legacy, I think people still think Roy in his prime was one of the best fighters of all time. Um,
I mean,
I
we
think,
can
I think,
all
I think,
agree that everything that Roy did, you teach your fighter not to do.
yeah,
Fact.
because Roy had athleticism that was out of this world. I mean, he
Fact.
was doing things that
Too much.
most people can't do even at 100%. I mean, they just
Hmm.
can't do it. It's only a few guys in the sport of boxing that could do things that you saw Roy did. So yeah, you would never teach fighters to fight the way that Roy fight because he doesn't fight a typical boxing style. He's more athletic than he is actual boxer. Now he had
But
boxing ability, but he relied on his
yeah,
athleticism for so long that he forgot how to be. He forgot the fundamentals because he relied on the athleticism for so long.
you made the point I was going to make. He forgot. It wasn't that he didn't have fundamentals, so all he could do was the athletic shit. He was just so above that. He was like, yeah, I could fall back on the fundamentals if I need to, but he didn't need to until he realized it was too late. Until the athleticism really
Yeah.
faded. So I feel what you're saying. He forgot. I wouldn't say forgot. He didn't utilize his fundamentals.
No, I mean it's almost like it's like riding a bike. You
Mhm.
still know how to do it, but you can't do all the tricks that you used to do because you ain't rode a bike in so long. You got to get acclimated at riding a bike again. Like I can get out there and ride a bike, but I'm not bunny hopping no curve. I'm not popping no wheelie down the block. I'm riding
Yeah,
a
ain't
bike
that
the
shit popping
regular,
off.
like a regular person rides the bike. I'm on that joint. I'm
That
getting to point A and point B.
shit,
You
yeah, that
still
shit.
got that Chrome GT from '92, huh?
And it don't matter. I
A
still ain't popping.
dyno.
I still ain't popping no wheelies right no more. My knees is
Oh,
bad. I'm chilling, coasting.
You
My knees is
pop a wheelie
bad.
and your knee lock up. That nigga be laying on his back.
right.
Yo,
You
we
thinking
really,
about the health insurance deductible now? You're like, oh no, I
nah,
can't do
man,
that.
we really so here, man. Listen, hey, man, everybody done had their hoop dreams, whatever dreams they had, man. Nah,
Yeah,
niggas got bone on bone and calluses on they like, boy, where you get this shit from? Like, you keep doing what you
I
doing.
used to know how. I used to know how to do a no hand backflip. I don't think
Mm.
I still know how to do it, but I'm not trusting my body to go out there and do it now. In my mind, I still know how to do it, but I'm not trusting my legs. I don't think my legs can get up as high. My mind said they can, but my legs like, yeah, you go ahead and try if you want to. You're gonna be laying on the back of your neck.
Oh,
Go ahead and try it.
here's just as bad. Maybe you can get up high enough to do it, but the landing. Oh my god, what you gonna do on
Nah,
that?
I'm not even. Only way I would try it, I have to be in a daggone padded room. Take me
Oh
to
my
one of the daggone sky zones or something like that. I
oh
try it then.
man,
I'm not. Not trying
I ain't
that joint
fucking
I
outside
still ain't
in
trying
the
it.
grass or the street.
Hey, Pop, you know I used to be lightweight Rey Mysterio in the wrestling ring, but no, that's 20 years ago, 20 plus. God damn.
Man,
No, I ain't doing none of that.
listen, man. I
Oh, I got
used
this.
to.
Check this food.
Listen, man. I had some.
What you
I,
saying is you went from Rey Mysterio to Chavo Guerrero. You went from-
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got a mat based game now. I might put a hold on you. I might put this arm bar on you, but I ain't going to the
Motherfucker out
top
there,
rope.
He
No
became
mas.
out
Conan.
there like Chad Gable. They ain't got no more.
He
But all I'm
became
saying
he
is, all
became Conan.
I'm saying,
He went from Rey
all I'm
Mysterio
saying
to
is, man,
Conan.
listen,
Word. That's real shit.
hey, CJ,
Uh,
CJ,
Huh.
I used to catch alley oops. I used
Okay.
to, I used to dunk. I used to be able to dunk on off one, off two. You know what I'm saying? You know, rebound like crazy, block
Oh
shots
yeah.
like that. Uh, uh, that shit
Speak
crazy.
on it. Yeah.
Word. Let me see where this nigga went to. This shit, I don't know where the fuck he went to. Oh, but
Hey
yeah, man,
Pop, not to get personal, but you got a son, right, Pop?
yeah,
How old is he?
8.
Oh, so he don't really be hooping like that yet. Okay. Hey, live vicariously through your son, man. That's all you can do now. As far as the hoop train. Damn, everybody muted but me. Fuck it. All right. Well, shit. Like I was saying, we moved on from Roy Jones and Floyd to saying Sugar Ray versus Floyd. I think most people agree at 147 would be a good weight for them to meet at, and we was discussing the X's and O's of that. So I'm interested what D Freak got to say
Which
about
Sugar Ray?
Sugar Ray Leonard
Leonard.
Sugar Ray Leonard versus Floyd. I mean, versus Floyd or Roy.
versus Floyd.
Floyd. Yeah.
I think Floyd, the pretty boy Floyd or the money Floyd.
Well, see, he was already money at no. Was he still pretty boy at 147?
He
Yeah,
was
when he
he was
fought.
still pretty boy until he fought Oscar.
Right.
Once he fought Oscar, he became money Floyd. So
I got you.
he was pretty boy and money
All
at
right.
47. So which one are you talking about?
Yeah.
You want the Zab, the
Good
one that
question.
fought Zab Judah? You want the one that, or you want the one that fought
Chop Shop.
not Chop Chop, but fuck Miguel Cotto. Which one do you want?
Miguel Cotto, I think he was money Mayweather then.
That's what I'm saying. Do you want the one that fought Zab or the one that fought Miguel?
I mean, me personally, I think both of them in their prime. I think Sugar Ray probably beats both of them, but I think the pretty boy Floyd gets stopped by Sugar Ray. I think
Because
he
he's
gets
more
stopped.
open, more. Yeah, I feel you,
Yeah,
man. What a
yeah.
fight that would have been, though. A time machine matchup, as they say. But yeah, I'm with you. Other dudes were saying Floyd would just pick him off in that the lag on Sugar Ray's windup, like he didn't get the punch there fast enough. That would
Yeah.
open him up to be picked off. But no, I still got to go with Sugar Ray. My opinion. The hand
Yeah, because
speed, the power, the underrated
yeah,
power. You feel me? The flurries,
yeah.
all that shit.
That's the thing that Floyd had problems with. Like nobody can pick up what was Floyd's flaw, and his flaw was anybody that had faster hands than him. If you saw when he fought Shane Mosley's hands was faster. That's how he caught
Boom, he got
Floyd
there. He
twice.
got there.
He caught him twice back to back.
Yep.
When he fought
Yep.
Zab Judah's hands was faster than him. He caught Floyd. So whenever somebody hands had faster hands, that was Floyd's problem. That's why he didn't really fight guys that had faster hands. The only two guys that he really fought that had faster hands than him was Zab Judah and Sugar Shane. Everybody else was slower
Okay.
than Floyd. They was
So
good fighters, but they were slower.
let me ask you this: you
I
think by
mean,
the
but
time he
now,
fought Manny, his hands was faster than Manny?
At that time, it
yes,
was because Manny wasn't on the
yes.
juice.
See, I was going to
I
ask you.
mean,
You lead me into that
in my
question. No,
honest
I
opinion,
was going to say,
Floyd has
was he waiting
always
for him
been
to slow
faster than
down or
Manny.
get off the juice? Was he waiting
Yeah,
for his
like
hand speed to slow
Floyd
down or
was
get off the
always
juice?
faster than Manny. Even when Manny was on the juice, Floyd was still faster. Manny just hit harder.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like. I heard people say that Floyd was waiting Manny out. No, Floyd wanted him to fight 5 years prior. Manny was the one that said he didn't want to take the drug testing, and then ultimately took the drug testing.
No,
So
I
I
had to
mean,
tell my
it's
casual friend that same thing. I had to tell him the
Hold
same
on.
thing. He was like, "No,
This is what you tell
Floyd,
your
yeah."
friend. This is what you tell your friend. This is what you tell your friend. Is that Manny Pacquiao said he was scared of needles but had tattoos.
Yeah, I brought up that
Right.
same
The man
point.
had
Yep. He was like, "Oh
the
shit, I
man
didn't know
had
that."
tattoos and all.
Man had
Yeah.
tattoos, but he said he's scared of needles. The needles, he got Skip Bayless running around here talking about needles make him weak and shit, but he got tattoos. So when the
Man.
fuck,
Skip
nigga?
Bayless was a fool with that. Yeah,
So
yeah, I remember
so
that.
the man
Yeah, that's a
so
silence
you
point.
telling me the man is afraid of needles, but so that means Manny Pacquiao never went for a doctor's appointment. He never got any shots or anything
I'm
throughout his whole
saying,
A
even
life.
to
big
come to
ass
this country,
tribal tattoo, and you've been getting drug tested and blood drawn for how
yeah,
many
I
years?
don't know how
Stop
The
to
it.
do it in
man,
the Philippines,
Stop it.
but to even come over here, you got to get all kind of shots. So yeah, you tripping.
the thing was he was getting drug tested. He didn't want the Olympic style drug
Olympic.
testing.
Yep.
Yeah, because that
And
was
tell
random
me,
and
D
you
Free,
didn't
you
know
probably
what
know
was
this.
coming.
I'm trying to learn. Tell me the difference. Is it like how often it's done or how thorough the test is? What's the difference in Olympic
It's
It's
style
random.
it,
You
drug
don't
testing?
know. You
it's
don't know when
random.
they put it up.
Yeah, it's
Both
just
is
Huh?
random.
random.
You don't know
Yeah,
what's
Okay,
it's
yeah.
coming.
like CJ. It's like you at the crib chilling, and you just finished smoking like 3 hours earlier, and your PO pull up with the cup.
Yeah,
I've been
like
there.
they
You know what I'm
literally
saying?
I believe it was Nonito Donaire. He told us, he like, dog, these dudes will pop up at your house at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Say, hey,
Word up.
time to take this drug test.
No, I
Like
know they
it's
do that
no
in
you
UFC. I didn't think it was a thing in boxing, but yeah,
Hell
that's
yeah, that's why, bro.
all something else.
They said John Jones hid underneath the practice mat for 12 fucking hours till the people left.
yeah, the man
Wow.
he just
Word up.
didn't want to take the Olympic style. He took drug tests before because he was a champion. They take drug tests. Now he might not take it as often as it would have been the Olympic style, but he took drug tests before. You're not
No,
gonna
his
tell me
shit
this
was
man went
probably
through all his whole career of boxing and he never took a drug test? You're not gonna tell me that.
cocaine. I mean, I'm talking
I'm not
about
believing that.
John Bones Jones. Yeah, cocaine, not PEDs. He would never swole like that.
Yeah. No,
But no,
like I said,
Manny was full of
I don't
shit, and
know.
that's what I told my homie.
Man, that nigga, what you call, like,
I always had Floyd beat Manny. Like me and my man, we used to argue back and forth. He was like, man, Floyd don't want to fight, man. I'm like, he do. Manny is the one that keeps saying he don't want to do it. I'm like, nah, I think Floyd beats Manny. I always thought Floyd beat Manny. I was never high on Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao was a good fighter, but to say
that's a
that he
great
beat
question.
Floyd, he left
Word up.
himself open too much.
That's a great
Yo,
question.
y'all know who Rude Jude is? The radio host?
No.
A white dude? Okay, so he used to have a radio show out in New York. I'm surprised y'all didn't know about that. Like he started on Jenny Jones in the 90s, and by 2000s he had a radio show. I'll never forget this interview we had with Floyd. Floyd called in for like 15, 20 minutes, and the dumbest argument I ever heard, he was like, "Oh, you bigger than Manny Pacquiao anyway. Fuck it if he's on steroids, just fight him." I was like, "Nigga,
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Would you put your career
I
on
heard,
the line like that? Fuck you."
bro, I heard Bob Costa say that shit. When I
Mm.
heard Bob Costa say it, I was like, yeah, they don't give a fuck about that little black boy. You think he
No,
ain't
he's supposed to
understand
be.
that shit? You think he didn't understand that, bro? When they said, so what if he on steroids? What the fuck you mean? What the fuck you mean if he on steroids?
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? What the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? Nigga, I'm clean. I don't drink. I don't smoke. You mean to tell me he can just boost up and he take his little Pac-Man pellets and just start fuck out of here, man.
No,
Real
Fuck
shit.
I mean,
bro.
that's why I sit here and I laugh at people that say, "Oh, the steroids don't really matter." No,
That shit
even when they
matters.
talk about the Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, they say, "Oh, it was only 0.003 or whatever it was." I'm like, dog, that's what they caught. That doesn't mean the effect of what he was taking is not already in his system. That's what they caught. When you take
D
steroids,
free.
the steroids don't just automatically goes away. It doesn't automatically go.
No,
Once it's out of your system, it goes away. The steroids that he was taking was so he can keep his muscle while he lose his weight. That's what the steroids that
exactly.
he was taking. It was so he can keep the muscle. So even though that the steroid was 0.0006 or whatever it was, the effect of what he was taking was already there because he never lost the muscle. Because when you're cutting weight, the way he was trying to cut weight, he had to cut muscle because he was too big for the weight class. He would have had to cut muscle.
Word.
I agree
That's
with everything you just said, D free, but let me just underline your point. Not only like people don't even understand cycling on and off, you're just not taking the shit 24/7. But that aside, the people that put out whatever the amount was Ryan's lawyers. The USADA or VADA, whoever it was that detected it, they just said positive. They never put out that amount. It was Ryan's lawyers that said, "Oh, it was only this for propaganda," and people still. So I hear people keep bringing that up, but that's not even confirmed by the actual testing body. I just want to say that.
Yeah, I mean, it probably, like I said, I don't know. I don't care what it was. It could have been 0.000.5. It was still in your
Word.
system. That means
No, I
you
feel
was
you.
taking something the whole time you was training. You was taking something, so it's still in your system. That's just like saying, okay, because I only got a trace of crack cocaine in my system, doesn't mean I was dealing with any coke. I wasn't dealing with no coke. Well, there's trace of cocaine in your system. What you mean you wasn't dealing with no coke? You was either holding a coke or you was using a coke. One of
No,
them,
no, no.
one of the two happened.
I was at my cousin's house. I just took a deep breath. You know, they had it on the table. I took a real deep breath. You know, I was trying to free up my lungs, and that's how the trace amount got in there.
Hey,
Either
listen.
way, you took coke in your system some kind of way. Either you was holding it or you was using it. Some kind of way, coke got into your
Pulled
system.
up in your system. You got it.
So
Word up.
it is what it is.
Say what you want, nigga.
Like,
That's what it is. Look at this shit.
like
Hey,
the only way you can get away with that is if they say, "Oh, we found traces of THC." That's the only way you can get away from that because
Secondhand smoke. Okay, I feel you.
yeah, secondhand smoke you can get traces of THC.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way. But marijuana is not a drug that's going to hype you up. It's a downer. It's not an upper. It's a downer. Cocaine is a upper. So you're real hyper when you're on cocaine. When you're on marijuana, you're mellowed out. You're more so laid back. You very seldom see anybody on marijuana that's hyper as hell. You very seldom see that. And that's
unless
probably
Blue
like
Hustle
one out of
here,
every million you
unless
might find somebody hype on
hold on,
on,
wait.
marijuana.
Unless Blue Hustle up here acting like he don't know when he know and be making me mad, then I get hyper.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
blowing.
You the only one. You the
That's
only
called
one.
blowing my heart. That's called blow. Cause man, Blue know better, man. You know better. Word. You know that, man. Come on,
Yo,
man.
Pop. I hate to even bring this up, and I ain't gonna name them names, but you know who I'm talking about. Is that like a permanent thing?
Who?
You out the circle permanently?
I don't know who you talking about.
Okay, you got it.
Hold on, man. Hey, Cam, you still there? Cam, you still there?
Hold on one second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm here. What up?
All right.
Hey, ask Cam that question.
You a fool. Yo, Cam, I was asking Pop, who plead the fifth, is old boy out of the circle permanently? I don't know. I ain't been in the game. I ain't been down as long as y'all. You know, I came up like a year and a half ago. So let me know.
You talking about you talking about old buddy?
Exactly. Well,
Man,
there you go.
listen. Um, man, niggas choose to show up when they want to. Niggas choose to leave when they want to. We ain't hold nobody hostage. But niggas know they had to face their shit. At the end of the day, the motherfuckers didn't want to be accountable and face their shit and deal with their shit. Then you see motherfuckers dip off and go on smear campaigns on other panels and some more shit. You feel me?
Oh,
Like, because
okay.
really the whole conversation didn't have to go where it did. Motherfuckers just got
Mm.
emotional. It is what it is.
See, I ain't even aware of him outside of this channel. It's the only place I interacted with him, so I didn't realize that. See, that's what my ignorance. I ain't trying to instigate, trust me, but I just know that I didn't know how deep this shit went. But if that's the case, then I understand. I feel you.
I mean,
Hey,
cuz be on a few different channels, a few different panels, but he know how much we all frequent each other's shows and channels. So it'd be one of the things where like you get into it with a nigga over here on one, you gonna stop going to all of them because you don't want to see the nigga in all these mutual places. You know, we all rocking with the
yeah,
same individuals kind of
it's
shit.
like 4 channels you ain't
I
gonna be
feel you.
fucking that you frequent on. You frequent over here. You frequent on this boxing. You We frequent
King.
on WTS. When Mac Mob pop out, we pull up over there on the regular. So that's just 4 panels that
That's
you
true. Hey, I fuck with all of them. So yeah, I guess
know. So like
I
then,
stand corrected. Yeah.
you know, why even pull up over there? Like you gonna have to be looking before you hit the link to see who even up there to see if it's worth it.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's
You know,
cool. That's cool.
that's
Yo,
when you
we
do
got big.
it with any panel. Like if you do that with, if you fuck with a few panels, I seen that shit happen over there with when I told you black and brown boxing. I was like, yo, what happened to what you call? Niggas was just I was like, you know what? Never mind. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But like when it come to that, the way niggas is looking at it, man, I think I can speak for everybody. Is you ever seen In Too Deep?
Hell yeah, I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead, man.
You seen the end of the movie when he said
You were.
when God was looking at him like, you a cop?
You couldn't believe
You ain't no cop, Jay Reed.
it.
You just sell.
Damn. And I'm sure that hit his soul, but yo. Okay,
Nah,
y'all got it.
you know what I'm saying? So we just, I'm gonna get to the I'm just saying, bro, like that shit was crazy. I'm gonna get to this week's fight because I think we
Okay.
covered.
Perfect. Exactly what I was gonna bring up. I said we got big fights Friday and Saturday. Y'all want to start light with the women's? How you see that? I mean, I don't know too much about the undercard. I heard of a few of them, but I'm just now getting into women's boxing. But I know y'all know about the main event, so we can
I mean,
speak on that and we
I'm gonna watch him
get into
fight.
the meat.
I'm gonna watch
Okay.
him fight.
Yeah.
As far as women's boxing, what you call had to get back on track. Alicia Baumgartner.
If Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano look anything like that last fight, nigga, we got a motherfucking fireworks fight. It's a
That's what I'm talking
firefight
about.
coming.
That's why I'm tuning in.
Yeah,
But
nigga,
Alicia is on the undercard, right? Alicia Baumgartner is on the undercard.
She's the co-main.
Exactly. So I knew. Okay, cool.
So she had to get back on track, on point. She had to get back on everything because she's had a rough go at it the last 2 years.
AB versus AB.
I mean, it's a lot, bro. Like, and I
No,
keep
you
taking
went over it, all like the personal problems, but that aside. But yeah, I
personal
remember you
problems
mentioning that.
are fucking crazy. To go along, like the personal problems are crazy. Like, and then when her last fight, like, I don't even know if y'all went looking for it, but I went really looking for it. And what happened, I was like, oh no, this ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's a no contest because of a cut from a headbutt, and the girl was ready to get up out of there. The shit only had like, you know what I'm saying, maybe 2,500, 3,000 people in there. Like, it was a lounge that she was fighting in. You know what I'm saying?
Said a lounge, my nigga. Hold on.
Hey, my nigga, go look for it.
All right,
Go look for it.
I'm gonna do it.
Go look for it, nigga. That's gonna look like some shit that you know what I'm saying, you either go to pick up some bitches from, or you know what I'm saying, you and your homeboy, you know what I'm saying, y'all, maybe y'all had a meeting or somewhere, and then y'all go there. That's y'all spot to go hang out at. That shit was a lounge, bro. For real, for real. I
My
ain't tell you.
nigga.
What y'all talking
Okay.
about?
The Katie Taylor, the Katie Taylor card versus Amanda Serrano. The only fight that I'm really the only fighter, when I say the fight, only fighter I think has to show up and show out is Baumgartner because of what she's been going through. Like, she got to show up, like everything that she's been going through. And then I'm telling y'all, bro, the last fight was in a fucking lounge, my nigga. Y'all niggas is laughing, but it was in a lounge.
Yeah.
Did you see that shit?
I saw. I watched the fight. It was like 25 people in there.
Hell nah.
I was
No,
being
I'm
generous
dead
talking
serious.
about it was 2,500. He said 25 people in there.
No, it was like 25 people. I watched the fight. All you saw was people around the ring. There was like 25 people in that joint. I'm like, where the hell is the people at? Like, it wasn't like that. It was empty because the seats was empty.
They had tables in
There
the
was
back.
no
Yeah, they had
seats in
tables.
there.
It was
Yeah, they
tables in
had
the back,
tables
but
in
you
the
had
back.
Okay.
it it's
So,
That
it,
nigga's
it,
wild.
so I ain't
it's
gonna lie.
real nasty work.
I'm
It's real
anxious
nasty
to
work.
see a few of the fights on the card Friday, and I'm gonna be in town to watch them.
Okay.
I'm the Jessica Kamara Chantel Cameron fight. Chantel Cameron, I like Chantel Cameron as a fighter. She's actually decent. Uh, the fight that really might surprise niggas is the Sharetta Metcalf Diana Thorsland. Then Shadaysha Green and Savannah Marshall. That could
I
fuck
was
Oh
about to
around
yeah.
say
and
that
get
one.
really good.
I was about to say that one.
Yeah.
That's the one I was. That's the one. That's the one that I'm really looking forward to. I want. I think. I think Amanda. I think. I think Bumgarner is going to do a thing. I think she might end up stopping this girl. Um.
Yeah,
She
she
she's going
stopped
to show
Miranda
out
out there.
because yeah she going to show out. She's with a new promotional company. She's with a new trainer with Derek James.
Oh, she
I
back
think
in
she
where
going. I think she.
Ohio too. She back with
Yeah.
she
I think
back
she's
with
going to show. She's going
Ohio.
to show out. But the
Needs to.
That's what's up.
Savannah Marshall versus Sadasa Green.
That's
That
gonna be a
somebody
fire.
might get
Fireworks,
stopped
right?
in that fight.
They
Somebody might get
going.
stopped
Yeah.
in that fight.
I
Somebody
like
might
both
get
them
stopped
That's
in that
fighters.
gonna
fight.
be
I didn't realize I was on it. That's what's up.
I mean,
I'm
the
gonna
yeah.
be tuned
card,
in early.
It's
the card is jammed.
it's six championship fights on that card.
Like my fault.
It's like six.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
No, my
Like
bad.
this,
yeah.
my fault. Just so you know, if you don't like, this is one of like the most loaded cards that's already like everybody like boom, like the card's loaded. You know what I'm saying?
All
It's
right.
it's jam packed with fights, and I pretty much got uh with the Katie Taylor, what's it called? I ain't picking shit. I ain't gonna tell you no motherfucking lie. I just want to see the fight. You ain't gonna get me that
Yeah.
way. You ain't gonna get me that.
And it's for undisputed. That boy
Yeah,
is for that's for the undisputed super lightweight. Uh, Taylor and Serrano, Baumgartner and Miranda. That's for undisputed super featherweight. Uh, Savannah and Shadasha is a unified super middleweight fight. And then who
up
else?
and down the
Scott
card.
Lee. Yeah, the whole card is full of like title fights and interim title fights, really.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what the
Yeah.
women should be trying to do because unfortunately we still like I wouldn't say infant stage, maybe like a toddler, early childhood stage, definitely grade school. I say that to say that it's just now getting the competition up there. So yeah, they should be unifying and raising the level of competition.
That's why I said
And
Jake
if
Paul
they
need
get
to just go ahead and focus on women boxing. Stop trying to be a fighter your damn self and focus on women boxing because
That is the best thing
you're a
he's
hell
doing
of a
for the
promoter.
sport. That's
Yeah,
the
he's
best
a
thing
hell
he's
of a
doing for the
promoter for
sport.
the
Saying though,
women
free
fighters.
that shit is free bread that he getting it that they're allowing him to get, man.
Yeah,
That's
I mean it's free
free
bread, but I mean, like I said,
right.
he
Shit.
he wouldn't get clowned so much if he would just focus on being a promoter for the women boxing. He will actually
I
get
ain't gonna
praise
lie,
instead of getting clowned.
that
That's true.
bullshit. I was about to say them punk rock
Uh-oh.
exhibition matches fucked around and gave us the highest viewed women's boxing.
Yeah, it did.
Oh,
It did.
I
yeah,
say
ever.
It did.
And that's why this is the most anticipated women's match ever. You got to say that.
as much as they keep calling for this man to
It's
keep
the it's the
fighting, man.
daggone.
I
This is three
mean,
strikes. It's three strikes, dog. Daggone Katie Taylor. If they rob some, they rob Amanda
Marshall,
Serrano.
Serrano again.
Yeah.
Katie
yes,
Taylor.
Brown
Yeah,
there.
Katie Taylor going to jail for life. She going to jail for life. This is her third
Oh
strike.
no.
She's on three strikes.
Hey, she gonna have to leave it
They
out
rob
there.
Amanda Serrano. She going
What's
to jail
good?
for
What's
life.
good, K.I.? Let's get to this. David, I don't know who called it is, but the next day,
You know who Carter is. That's
I,
your boy.
You know what it is.
I don't listen, man. I don't know if it's Edgar, if it's listen. Anyway, um, oh, he just got off the phone with him. Oh my god, this nigga chaos. Anyway,
This nigga stupid.
um, what y'all think about David Morrell in his
I
first
think
fight
they're
back?
talking about the fight that he got.
Mhm.
I think it's pretty much it's a good fight. I'm not too familiar with his opponent. I seen his opponent fight a few times, but I'm not that familiar with him. But I think it's a good fight. I think it's a good fight for David Morrell coming back off of his first loss of his career, and he need to get back in the winning column. So I think it's a good fight for
Yep.
David Morrell coming back.
I'm right there with you. A nice bounce back. And like you, only went and researched once the fight was announced. But again, only 2 or 3 fights. So yeah, no, seemed like Morrell should pull it out. Hope he get a stoppage. I hope he get his stock back up there because he was a young lion willing to challenge the slightly older lion. So yeah, shout out to him. Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, that's what I wanted to ask you, Smoke. It was a dude. I don't know who this content creator is. He was on YouTube, and this nigga was in Times Square, and he went to Brooklyn, and this nigga was just going around asking people, "Hey, do you know who Edgar Berlanga is?" And they was like, "No, never heard of him. Who's Edgar Berlanga?" I'm sitting there and laughing. They like, he's from New York. He's from Brooklyn. He's from New York. He's a boxer. He's like, never heard of him. He was just going around asking random people, and nobody knew who Edgar Berlanga was. I'm like, come on, dog.
You
Y'all
can't
not
go
going
to
to tell me
Times
that
Square.
nobody know who Edgar Berlanga is.
That's fucked up. You can't go to Times Square and ask about him, man. That's not his borough. Them don't go.
Nah, he went to Brooklyn too, though. He went to Brooklyn too. But he asked random white people when he was in Brooklyn. I ain't seen him ask no black guys. He asked random white people when he was in Brooklyn.
Here's the thing: Brooklyn ain't what Brooklyn used to be. You know what I'm saying? That shit is not what it used to be. It's not. And if he'd been better off in the Bronx asking that question.
Yeah. I don't know. I just found that joint funny as well. I was like, this nigga asking. He asked Batman. He was like, you don't know who Edgar Berlanga is?
Like to kill him off like that. That was fucked up to do him like that. But you know what I'm saying? That's the same thing that again though, Edgar can take that and maybe go back and try to get a marketing team because they did that to Floyd. If niggas want to know, excuse me, Floyd thought he should be getting paid like Roy, De La Hoya, and them, and they said, well, let's go to Miller Times Square and ask how many people know you like that. And Floyd rejected that, so we ducked that. This ain't the first time Floyd ducked some shit that he knew what was up. You know what I'm saying? But what did he do? He went back and reinvented himself and made him that if he go to Times Square, everybody know who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
But you niggas have to do what Floyd did, not just expect what Floyd got. Because you think you did it. That's the fucking difference.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, but
So,
I don't know how these fights are gonna pan out. But I
so you don't got nothing for the Berto Pulio, Sabril Matias. Like you don't know what's gonna happen.
I think Matias gonna win that fight. Dog, I think Turkey is making it so the puncher has the advantage. This man is making the smallest ring he can possibly make. This man, dog, these dudes are in for a rude awakening. They're going to be in for a rude awakening. They're going to come out and see that daggone ring is going to be a 10x10. They're going to be like, oh, I didn't sign up for this. This is a 10x10. I was looking at that daggone ring that they had for the what was it? What's his name? The guy he just fought like 2 weeks ago. Stopped the dude in the first round.
I know you're talking about the Schofield fight.
Mabili.
Oh, Mabili.
Chris Mabili. Dog, if you saw that ring looked like it couldn't have been no bigger than a 12x12. That ring was small as hell. I'm sitting there like, damn.
Yeah, he want action-packed shit. You niggas ain't. You can only get away to a certain level. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to regroup, reset, and fight. Like, I get it. If he gonna pay you this money, this is the thing though. If y'all gonna accept this money and you gonna fight, you gonna take this money, you gotta fight by his term. It is.
That man losing too much money. He said, hold up, man. I'm losing money. These people ain't buying the pay-per-views. These people ain't coming out to the fights.
I got to make this fight more interesting because it's not going the way I thought it was going to go. The man hasn't made a profit on a single fight yet. Every fight Turkey has put on, he has lost money. He hasn't made a profit yet. I don't care how much money you got. Eventually, the person that you get the money from, he gonna say, "Hold on, man. You keep asking for money. When are you gonna bring me back something? You keep asking. I don't see nothing coming back." So eventually, they're gonna. I mean, I don't care what business you in. At some point, you're gonna want some profit back. You ain't gonna keep just
especially
throwing
when
money out.
every other business is bringing back a motherfucking big profit.
I mean, if that's the case, I mean, he could put some of these content creators in a fight. Put me in a fight with somebody. I'll go over there and get some of this money. Put me in a ring with one of these content creators. We can go over there and make a couple of mil.
Just being real with you, man. Like to sell a fight and make the money. Like for what these guys asking for their biggest paydays ever. Like I mean, and he's making money on every other product that he ever said. That he's involved with. So except for boxing, so that's why I said this David Benavidez card possibly could be pound for pound the best card he put on so far.
Which card was that?
This David Benavidez card.
Oh, the one that he got coming up?
Yeah, like you got Brian Norman versus Devin on that, and if I'm not mistaken, you got Abdullah.
I'm glad you brought David Benavidez up. I'm glad you brought David Benavidez up. What's up with your boy? What's up with your boy ducking David Benavidez, dog?
Who?
Demetrius Bivol.
You know what's up, man? The bread.
The man said he wasn't fighting David Benavidez. He dropped his WBC belt because David was mandatory. He dropped his belt because he said he was going to fight a third fight with Arthur. But then he said he's not fighting the third fight with Arthur unless they fighting in Russia. So now the fight is off. That's why David Benavidez is the main event because he was supposed to be the co-main.
Hold on. I didn't know the fight's off. I didn't know the fight was off.
Yes, David was supposed to be the co-main. Arthur and Bivol was supposed to be the main event. David was supposed to be the co-main. But Bivol said he's not fighting him unless they fighting in Russia. So I'm like, well, you're not fighting him. You could have fought David Benavidez. That was the reason why you didn't fight David Benavidez, because you was supposed to be fighting Arthur for the third fight.
Well, I can tell you like this.
And now he got another mandatory. They gave the IBF. The IBF just mandated the other guy. I forgot the guy's name.
I can tell you like this. At his age, with everything that's happened to him fighting David Benavidez fresh off of 2 Arthur Beterbiev fights, that's an educated duck.
No. I don't know. These dudes start moving funny once they get to a certain level, dog. I don't know what it is.
He ain't like if he can hold on to the belts until you can back him completely into a corner, and he ain't got to fight David Benavidez just yet. Maybe a year from now, I get it. But fighting him straight after 2 Beterbiev fights, not happening.
No, but he's the older guy. No, you probably have the best chance of beating David Benavidez right now.
Nope.
You're not gonna have a better chance no other time. David Benavidez is the younger guy. You're the older guy.
You acting like you don't understand what leave me alone look like. You know what leave me alone look like. You know what that shit look like, nigga. You know what leave me alone. Stop bullying me. Leave me alone.
Well, I do know that the Turkey did came out and said the winner of Arthur and Bivol will fight David Benavidez next. He did come out and say that. I think it was yesterday. I think it was yesterday. He came out.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that, homie, because that's overdue. I wish we could get that before. But hey, I mean, Benavidez is still young. I'll take it.
We gonna get that shit. Listen, them niggas need all the time they need. Getting it in Russia that would be dope for them. And guess what's gonna happen? Whoever win that fight, guess what they gonna do?
What's up?
You seen Infinity War?
They're gonna dip
Actually,
to the next the weight class. They're gonna dip to the next weight class.
ain't no
Me
way.
personally,
Better
I
BF
think
wins. It's retirement. He's gonna retire.
It's gonna be a win,
he-
retirement, Bivol, maybe another weight class, probably retirement. Them niggas gonna get their biggest bag ever and go Toodaloo and
yeah,
snap their
He said toodaloo.
I don't see Arthur fighting too much longer.
He's done after this, bro.
The man 40 years old. The man 40 years old. I don't see him fighting too much longer. So he might excuse me, he might retire after this fight because especially if he looks like he needs to retire because the last fight he didn't quite look like he needed to retire, but he did look like he was slowing down a little bit. He did look like he was slowing down a little bit.
Listen, man, that man, you know,
one of the, that
free.
man,
Each other. You ain't got to bullshit me. You ain't got to pour sugar on shit for me. It's a wrap after this, nigga. You stick around after this, nigga. You may fuck around get knocked out, and then you gonna make somebody because they knocked out Wolverine. Nah, they
Right. That'll definitely put a dent in his legacy. But nah, damn, I wish we didn't have to do it. But okay, since we're getting it, I still got Bivol. And then I hope, he fight Benavidez and he'd be a made man if he could take the crown from him.
Hold on, man, because before we get up out of here real quick, Berlanga, Shiraz, and I know everybody already know how we feel about Shakur and Cepeda, but the Berlanga Shiraz is a lot bigger than what people is giving it credit for. So even though it is Berlanga, but nigga, you fighting at the crib. You literally fighting at the crib, man. You fighting the
he fighting across the street.
He didn't sell out though. He didn't sell out in his hometown. He didn't sell out.
Across the bridge. He literally across the bridge.
What I'm saying,
you take a wrong turn, you win Queens. You take a wrong turn, you win Queens.
So
you literally fight across the bridge. Like I've been to Brooklyn. You take a wrong turn, your ass going across that long stretch, and you going to Queens. You like, damn, I missed my exit.
And you looking at Brooklyn as you driving away, and you look
like,
and
I
feel
missed my exit. And you gotta keep driving.
This whole bridge, you gotta go cross the bridge, turn around, come back across
and come back across the bridge. Like you missed that exit, you like, dang, missed my fucking exit.
So that's what I'm just saying, like
across the damn bridge, and then drive all the way back across.
Like Edgar, there's no belt, but you is fighting Hamza, which you know is Turk's guy, and he from over there.
You know that's Turkey's man. That's Turkey's boy.
So how y'all see it? Let's wrap it up on that. How y'all see the fight playing out?
I got Shiraz.
You got Shiraz?
I got Shiraz.
Just outboxing him. Decision. Yeah. Okay.
Points.
I could see that.
When the last time Edgar Berlanga knocked somebody out?
Many moons. As the Indians say, as the Native Americans say, it's been many moons now.
His last fight, he got a stoppage. I don't know if he knocked him out, but I think he stopped the nigga. But that was nobody. Come on, man.
It don't matter then.
I got Berlanga. Just taking it.
Okay. So I've been thinking about this. I want to weigh in. I've been thinking about this. Initially, it has Shiraz just outboxing him, and I don't want to bring corruption into it, but it could be politics at the end, just like it was with Adames. But the more I've been thinking about it, I'm like, Shiraz is moving up. He wasn't impressive in the Adames fight. So, man, I'm like 55-45 for Berlanga. And I hate to say it because I don't like – and the only reason I ride against Berlanga, so to speak, is because of his antics throwing a parade after taking the L and just thinking you that dude because you fought a dude but you didn't take the crown. You lost decisively. I wasn't feeling that, but I got to view this matchup in a vacuum, and I got to go with Berlanga. Again, 55-45, razor thin. I don't know if I see a knockout. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say Berlanga 7-5, man.
And
Yeah,
on
I
that
hope I don't.
I was
I
just
hope I
about
don't regret
just about to say that. What's up with these guys doing parades and stuff for losses?
it.
You got
hey,
Lamont
hey,
Roach on
hey,
every goddamn podcast for a draw. You got Berlanga doing parades for a loss. What the hell's going on? You
hey,
ain't
yo,
got to win
free,
no more.
yo, free. We can talk about that in the Christmas, man. We about it.
Peace.